Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. For Isaac Brown and Jake Fennell, I am Zach Austin. Welcome to the Tyler Ford pregame show. Got a couple guests up here for you tonight. Then we'll get started. Joined by PT up here, Mr. Peyton Tatum. And how are you, PT?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Sorry, Isaac. Yeah, we're a little cramped up here. Anyways, so former QB, now playing football at Tech. How's that going?
It's going good. We're pretty young this year, but we're starting to figure some things out. Team's starting to click.
Nice. That's awesome. So where do they have you playing down there?
Outside linebacker.
Outside linebacker.
We'll
hey.
switch up.
Yeah. So that's pretty cool. You got one game here at linebacker. I remember last year.
Mm-hmm.
So what's the difference in practicing and everything at the college level compared to high school?
I'd say the biggest difference that I noticed is like the size of everybody.
Yeah.
Because there's definitely a lot bigger guys there, and
Right.
the speeds obviously. It's a lot quicker in college than it is here.
Yeah. That's nice. So what led you to Tech?
Well, just the coaches, and they were all real nice during my visits and everything, and I just like the program. I mean, it's where my whole family's been.
Right.
It's kind of where the only option that seemed good for me.
Right. Well, that's good. I like Tech. Watching Isaac here. Okay, I won't watch you. What's it like coming back now, watching Bearcat football as alumni now?
It's great because now all these guys that I know and got to see grow up, watching them go out there and just take the field and dominate. It's just, I feel like a proud dad almost.
Right. Yeah. That's awesome. So what are you going to school for?
Mechanical engineering.
Oh, nice.
Yep.
Right on, dude. So what all can you do with all that?
Well, I can get a pretty good job afterwards. So I'm not 100% sure yet.
Right. Well, that's good. That's a pretty good foundation to get started on.
Yeah.
I guess I'll get you out of here with this question. What would you have for kids that play at Booneville that may want to play at the next level? What would you give, an advice you would give them?
My advice would always be just do extra.
Yeah.
Because you can get by being good just doing what you're expected to at practice.
Right.
But to be great, you have to put in that extra work and just working extra. It really pays off.
Right. That's good. I appreciate that. I appreciate you stopping by. Real short notice.
Yeah.
So I do thank you for that. Are you ever down here again? Hey, just stop on by.
All right.
Appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
Thank you. And we're back here at Bearcat Stadium, folks. Tyler Ford pregame show. If you're just joining us, you missed Peyton Tatum, PT, the former quarterback for the Bearcats last year. He was able to come up here and visit with us for a little bit. We got superfan Mr. Glenn Ross up here. Glenn, how are you, bud?
I'm doing fine, Zach. People at home, I hope your heart is pounding because I am ready for the next game, and I hope this year we can win conference and go back to state and beat the crap out of Charleston because I am ready for a rematch. And y'all, if y'all not here tonight, come on out because y'all speaking a good game.
All right, Glenn. Hey, I like that, bud. Thanks for stopping by.
Thank you, Zach.
Hey, that's Bearcat superfan Mr. Glenn Ross. And stay tuned. We'll come back with you with some stats. I'll tell you what, we'll let you listen to some of this audio thing they've got going here. And then we'll come back with some stats for you here in just a little bit. All right, folks, we're back here at Bearcat Stadium. Tyler Ford pregame show. We had a couple of guests up here today. It's pretty awesome. Not very often we have a two-guest special. That's twice this year we've had a two-guest special.
People dying to come up here and talk to you,
I
man.
guess. Hey, we'll go over some stats real quick for you. What do you got real quick, Jake, for a couple stats for the Bearcats?
Well, we'll start on the offense side there with Dax Goff. He's been our leading rusher on the year. That's to be expected, kind of how we saw the pecking order to go coming into the year. He's got 58 carries on the season. He's crossed the 500-yard mark through 3 games. That's pretty good.
That's pretty good. That's almost
he's 505 yards, 5 touchdowns. You also got next guy in order, 47 rushes, is going to be Rylan Rays, your fullback, 193 yards with the 2 touchdowns as well. So that's kind of been the 1A and B there. The 2 options that we've went to the most. Of course, you've got a couple other guys getting runs. Sophomore Connor Lentz, he'll be number 3 for the Cats. He's got a couple touchdowns on the season as well. 18 carries for 157 yards. And then you got, of course, Jace Washburn. Quarterback Washburn doesn't have a lot of yards going. He's 17 carries for only 28 yards. But they've been some big ones. He's had a couple of, he had to get a yard or 2 here or there, and he lowered his shoulder. He's, those stats are a little fudged a little bit. Last week he had a couple that went negative in a hurry on him and hurt his average. So look to him, see him, tack on as we get into conference play. Tack on, have a few bigger chunk plays to kind of even that out. But, again, he's got the touchdown on the year, and he's come up big and clutch. On the ground, he's had a couple passes through the air as well. He's only completed two passes on the season, but he's got 51 yards and a touchdown. So,
he can't complain
there. It's just kind of doing what he can, Booneville, your typical Booneville offense isn't going to see the ball flying through the air too often. So, Washburn able to take advantage of a couple of his opportunities there on the year.
Let's see. I was looking at the defensive side. Mr. Matt, he's got 11 tackles. And then Hunter Warren, he's got 10. Dex is your leading tackler, to be expected.
Right.
And also your man, Dylan Todd, he's got 11 of his own. He's someone I've kind of like to watch on the defensive side of the ball.
Yeah, he's a kid that's got an opportunity this year, and up to this point he's really run wild with it. He's got 11 tackles on the season and 1 assist, and no interceptions on the season, but he's had several pass breakups, 2 or 3, nearly brought in 2 of them last week at Harding. And he's been somebody on that side of the ball that's been solid when you had a need for somebody to step up. And so he's done a good job coming in. He's a first-year starter. I've been really impressed with Dylan up to this point. But a guy that I've really been impressed with up to this point in the season is going to be your corner out there in Dakota Matson. Matson's he's a long, lanky kid.
He is.
I don't have my roster on hand with me right here to tell you how long and lanky, but
let's see.
But he's a long, lanky kid. We got him measuring in at just over 6 foot, 6'1", 150-pound junior. So he's made his presence known in a lot of different ways. He's had a couple of big hits. He's had some big pass breakups. He had the play right here on this field against Camden Fairview where he's beat in coverage.
And he comes back.
And then he comes in his hustle. Where a lot of kids give in, he's got that hustle, and he comes in and gets a big hit on the guy, forces a turnover, and gives the Cats the ball back in a situation where they're needing to score to stay in the game. And that and so just got a couple of guys. It's their first chance to really get going. It's their first chance to have that opportunity to make a name for themselves, and they're certainly starting to step up, through non-conference play. But no matter what's happened up to this point, today's when the real season starts. The Cats are coming in 1-2 record, quality competition. It's been impressive. Just the Camden Fairview game, they were right there in it until the last second of the game. Last week, it's a big, tall task.
It is.
And they held their own for a chunk of the game, and hopefully, I've said it a couple times, but you have these tough competitions, these tough games to help prepare yourself for a long run down the wire there. So hopefully that benefits the Cats.
And I like our chances to get conference this year. But we get started with the Hackett Hornets. Their quarterback, he's got 781 yards on the year. He's thrown 4 interceptions to his 8 touchdowns. They don't really pass it a lot. Number 20, that's going to be Lawyer. He's their leading rusher. He's got 70 yards on the ground, and not really a running team. They'll run when they have to.
Right.
But be looking for them to throw it through the air. A couple guys to watch on the offensive side of the ball as far as receivers is number 1 is Hamilton, which he had a pretty good game last year as well. He's got 244 yards, and their leading receiver is Hester. He's got 332 yards on receiving on the year. So,
yeah, man, you look at Hackett last year. You look at Hackett last year. They come out firing. I mean,
yeah.
I'm not going to say the Cats were expecting a lesser opponent. I don't think that was the case. I think Hackett was just a quality team.
Yeah.
I know that there was a few instances in that game where you have a guy get beat deep or it just kind of eat into the game a little bit, and it prolonged it a lot longer than it needed to. And look for the Cats tonight to hopefully learn off of that. And it's our second look at these guys. They've got the majority of their offense back, guys, from last year. So I'm expecting this to be a quality game along with several other in this conference. I know this conference in the past has kind of been looked at as being a weaker one. You've got Booneville and you've got Charleston.
And that was pretty much it for the most part.
Right, and that's all that you're really thinking about there as far as potential to make a deep run. But you look this year, we saw Hackett, and last year they were derailed by injuries.
They were.
After shortly, I think that next week they lost 2 or 3 guys that were playmakers on their team. But you look at Hackett this year, you look at Mansfield, you look at anybody like that, there's going to be some quality competition out there this year. And I think tonight's the first step to kind of see what the Cats are made of and make sure that they're prepared for a good little battle here in the next couple of weeks.
Yeah. Looks like we got our captains on the field tonight. For your Booneville Bearcats, it's going to be number 58. That's Big Country, Matt Obar. He was our we got to interview him for our coaches show. And hey, that's up on YouTube. We got to talk with Matt this past week, so I like Matt. Matt's a good kid, a hard-working kid. For the
boy, ain't nothing like his brother.
No, not nothing like his brother. His brother finally heard us. He's up here with us. We got to mess with Ethan every once in a while. For the Hornets, the captain's going to be number 1. Oh wait. Who you got there, Jake? I got the wrong roster.
Oh,
1 and 2.
I might have stole yours.
No, I got mine here somewhere.
Number 1 is Bryson Hamilton. Number 2 is Christian Ketchum. Hamilton's junior, Ketchum a senior. Couple of their big offensive weapons on that side. So
looks like the Cats is going to receive the ball, be defending the old field house, which is to our west. Your Booneville Bearcats come in. We'll start with Hackett. Hackett comes in number 13, Class 3A, 2-1 overall. Booneville Bearcats come in number 1 in Class 3A, 1-2 overall. Now it depends on what bracket or who you look at, where the Cats are ranked and everything. I've always honestly gone with Hootens. It's just what I've always used. And it's just like what we'll use until further notice, unless, But anyways, so the Cats come in number 1, 1-2 on the year. The Cats lead the series 2-0. The very last meeting last year, like you said earlier, Jake, high-scoring affair. Cats won 75-46. First meeting was back in 2020 during COVID. They had the play-in round. Hackett won, and the Cats played Hackett here. That was the very first meeting. The Cats won 41-12. This is a conference game. Both teams are part of the 3A1. Hackett is under the direction of the first-year coach. I've got his name right here somewhere. All right. Hackett is under the direction of Coach Mason Wan. say that right? If not,
Yes.
I apologize. Your Booneville Bearcats are under the direction of Coach Doc Crowley. Your other assistant coaches on the staff, you got Aaron Combs and Jacob Hadaball, Chad Simpson, Cody Harrell, and Darby Ulmer. Before we get started, let me give a shout out to our sponsors. Tier 1 sponsors for the live stream. Tyler Ford, they're our pregame and postgame sponsor. Shelter Insurance, Agents Gerald Baker, Austin Baker, and Lori Duke. Rockline Industries, people who make it right. Airmaster Inc., they'll be sponsoring our players of the game. The last couple of weeks we hadn't, if we remember, we keep forgetting to do that, players of the game. So, sorry, Lance. Don's Easy Pay, they got locations in Waldron, DeQueen, Mena, Booneville, Idabel, Broken Bow, and Poto. Midtown Charm, O'Reilly Auto Parts, Pop and Pup Metalworks for all your metalwork needs. Crowley City Service, Wiggins Ace Hardware, Doris Davis Tax Office, and Susan's Flowers and Gifts. Those are our sponsors for the live stream. Fixing to get kicked off here. Back deep for your Cats. It's going to be number 34. That's Dak Scoff. He is in the middle. Far side over there against the Hornet sideline. That's going to be senior number 11, Coulter Fisher. Over here closest to us is number 3. That's sophomore Connor Lentz. And that's going to be offsides, it looks like, against the Hornets.
Well, that was quick.
Yeah.
First penalty of the game comes in with -1 second into the matchup here. They're going to back it up a little bit for the Cats. Get the kick to receive the ball, backing all the way up to the 35-yard line. I think the key to this game is to score and score often.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah, I think
looking to avoid something similar to what we run into last year. Last year we certainly had no issue scoring often. The problem was keeping them from doing the same. So look to score often here, and then improvements on the defensive side of the ball to hopefully push this thing.
And Fisher's going to let that go out of bounds again. The Cats will take over there. I think some guys to watch out for the Cats on the defensive side of the ball. It's going to have to be Coulter Fisher in the secondary and Dakota Madsen. Dakota's your second leading tackler on the team this year. I believe he's got 13 tackles on the year. I think someone else to watch out for, linebacker spot is going to have to be Seth Wilson with Hunter Warren out tonight. Just precautionary, with his shoulder and everything. So have to step up big there for the Cats.
Yeah, I look to see Wilson make his presence known tonight. It's his first start of the season, I believe, on defensive side of the ball. So get to see him get his first action, and might as well throw him right in the first conference game of his sophomore year here. Looks like the Cats elected to have a re-kick.
Wow, yeah.
And so I like that call. I mean, you're already backed up due to the penalty. Back it up another 5 yards here, place it at the 30-yard line, and Hackett will give it another go.
Dax and Coulter and Connor, they're all sitting at the 30-yard line of the Bearcats there. Looks like Seth Wilson has changed from 64 back to 28 for tonight. And here is the kick, fielded by Coulter Fisher at the 30. He picks it up, heads straight up the middle, cuts towards the Cats sideline, but he's going to be wrapped up by a couple of Hornets there at the 41, and that's where the Cat offense will take over.
It's a good job by that kickoff to hold him. That's just a little 10-yard carry, 10-yard pickup there. All things considering, that's a pretty good job by the Hornet special teams play there to get a little positive momentum going right out the gate. 2 big penalties, costly penalties, could have been big, and did a good job of holding the Cats to minimum there.
Dax is split out to the left, Madsen. Washburn comes up under center, and it's going to be handed off to Ryan, that fullback, right up the middle, and he's going to be carrying a couple of guys with him. He's going to have the first down for your Bearcats here. Good first play right there.
Talked to a couple coaches earlier in the week, and they thought that this was going to be kind of a breakout game for Rye. He's been close. He's had a lot of carries, not a lot of room to work. People really thought tonight would be the night.
Well, I wasn't really sure. I was waiting for the offsides penalty, but just a blown pace what that was.
Yeah, I think ball got snapped and we weren't quite ready for it. Didn't look like anybody on either side of the ball was ready to make a play there. It's going to be a loss of about 3-4 yards there, bring up 3rd and 4.
Looks like the Cats have changed up the offense a little. Lent Sims is still your center. And it's going to be a handoff to Rye right up the middle. And he's going to have the first down to about the 45-yard lines of the Hornets. But looks like you're going to have number 56. That's going to be Andrew Tibbetts at your right guard. They have switched Mr. Matt Obar to your right tackle. Sam Hicks, the sophomore, move in from Greenwood. He's your starting left guard. And then you got J.J. Redmond at your left tackle.
Mixing it up on the line tonight.
Yeah.
Trying to get a little something going, something cooking. You learn a lot in these non-conference games.
Yeah.
And Cats looking to get something straightened out on the line there.
Looks like that's going to be against the Hornets more than likely there.
Most likely lined up off sides. I'm sitting right here in this window pane where I couldn't see a single player on the field, but I knew they were down there. Be a 5-yard penalty there on the Hornets. Going to move Booneville up to the 40, Hornet territory.
10:30 left to go here in the first quarter. Matson split out to the right, Niedert to the left. And it's going to be a keeper by Washburn on the left-hand side. Cuts to the outside. He's up to the 30, 25-20. He's still on his feet down to the 15, 10, 5. Touchdown. Woo! Bearcats.
Atta baby. Atta baby. Hey, we
nice.
talked earlier. He was 17 carries for 28 yards.
Yeah.
We expected that to even out a little bit, and that's certainly going to raise the average. Jace Washburn able to run it 40 yards through traffic, find a score, first one of the game.
That score comes at the 10-13 mark here in the first quarter. Go up 6 to 0 here. Well, let me get it here. Juan Moreno. Miss Destiny Slinker sent us. One is Juan Poplo. I hope I said that right. Moreno. Looks good, Jake?
Mm-hmm.
If not, I'm sorry, Destiny. You may have to break that down a little more.
We're not smart. The kick was no good off the foot of kicker. It's going to keep the score at 6-0. But Booneville able to strike early there, and that was the key to the game that we mentioned, strike early and often. Couldn't do it much better than that.
Right. I want to thank our sponsor for the app and the website. That's First Western Bank. They are the exclusive broadcast advisor. They've been serving our local communities for 110 years. I don't know. I have it, but he never did say anything.
On the kick for the Bearcats, number 1, Juan Moreno.
That first touchdown of the game is brought to you by Gerald Baker of Shelter Insurance. Gerald Baker of Shelter Insurance for all your insurance needs.
Hey, I want to give a shout out real quick. Rayleigh Creech, birthday is today. She is 17, so happy birthday. That's something a little new there. It's picked up by number 1, and he's wrapped up by Mr. Damari Poole there at the 25-yard line.
Good job by Damari, able to come in and be the first one on it, and we've got a Hackett player, ball carrier, down on the field. We'll take an injury timeout here.
You watch Bearcat football. And we're back here at Bearcat Stadium. Who was that getting carted off the field there, Jake?
That's Bryson Hamilton. He was one of their captains, junior.
Oh, that's a
Big
receiver.
player on receiver on their offensive side of the ball. And he's being carried off the field, unable to put much weight down, if any at all, on his, looks like his right leg, most likely his knee, if I had to guess by what he was holding down there. So send out our thoughts and prayers to Mr. Hamilton there, and hopefully it's nothing too major there, and pray for his well-being. So with that, we'll be back. Hackett get their first play of the game here on the offensive side with 10 minutes and 8 seconds to go. Just a quick recap. Took Booneville less than 2 minutes to find pay dirt there on their first possession of the game.
Yeah, Mr. Jason Washburn went 40 yards there on the touchdown run. Quarterback keeper there. As that first pass play here for the Hornets gets about a 2 maybe 3 yards there on that pass reception.
That's Eli Slavens. He's a senior multi-sport athlete. He plays golf, he plays baseball, football. I think he plays basketball. He does a little bit of everything down there for Hornets. He's a quality athlete.
Got a guy going in motion. This is going to be a handoff to the left-hand side. He's originally met, but able to bounce off the tackle of Dax. You don't see that much.
No, that was a good job. Just a hard-nosed run right there.
Looks like Niedert and Todd and Poole in there on the stop. And that's a first down for the Hornets.
Yeah, it's going to be enough for first down. It's a good job by the Hackett offense there. Get a little momentum going after the first play initially was just a minimal gain. And it's going to be a new set of downs from the 38-yard line.
Clutch to the right for the Hornets. Number 20, the halfback, Lawyer, he split out to the left. And it's going to be catch him on the keeper. Heads up the middle, and he's met by Dax. Ball's out on the ground. It is picked up by Rhett Niedert. He heads down to the 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Bearcats.
Now we do have a couple of flags on the field. Not sure what they were yet, but it looks like that is going to be against Hackett.
We got 2 flags down there, Jay.
Yeah,
one on the far side.
One come off of both sidelines. We'll see what the final call is here, but it looks like the play as of now is going to stand. Be a defensive touchdown, as is for number 10, Rhett Niedert, the Booneville defense. Got an illegal formation against Hackett. It's going to be declined, and that will officially be a Rhett Niedert score, scoop and score.
Scoop and score. First defensive touchdown of the year for the Cats.
Yeah, it comes from the hands of sophomore Rhett Niedert. Plays in our secondary.
And he was one of the guys we said to watch out for and start the game. Well, if he wasn't, I mentioned him now.
We'll say him now.
Yeah. Out formation here for the Cats. They go for 2. Dax right up the middle. He's going to be stopped right behind the line of scrimmage. So 12-0 is going to be your score at the 9:01 mark left to go here in the first quarter. We'll take a little break and bear back. You're watching Bearcat football. And we're back here at Shield Field, Bearcat Stadium. Don Elmore press box just right off DJ George Drive. The class of 1973's 50 reunion is tonight, and they're getting a good showing here from the 2023 Bearcats.
Yeah, you couldn't, aside from the missed extra points, you couldn't ask for a better start. Scoop and score, scoring your first offensive drive. Exciting start to the game.
That's going to be fielded by number 5 here on the Bearcat sideline, still on his feet. Wrapped up there by number 52. That's Ferris Daines. That second touchdown, who's that brought to you by?
Oh, yeah. That second touchdown brought to you by Lofton Dentistry, keeping the bite in the Bearcat.
Boy, we'd have timed that right with that little rah-rah thing.
No, man.
Next time, yeah.
If I'd have been ready.
I do have a shout-out real quick. Brian, Amy, Bryson, Ansley are all watching, and they say, go Cats, go, and go Matt. do want to give a shout out to the Simpsons and the Obars, as Miss D. Obar passed away the other day. So that family's been through a lot lately. So definitely keep the Obars and the Simpsons in your prayers, as they've lost 2 family members within 3 months. And that's a good pop there by Mr. Lance Sims and Dax Goff there.
Yeah, that's Jeremy Lawyer on the carry. He was hit originally at the line, and that little pop from the backside is able to push him forward for a yard there, but just minimal gain. 2nd and 9 coming up for Hackett. We'd said early on they don't like to run the ball much, but 2 for 3 here.
Yeah.
Been on the ground. Look to see the Hornets go in the air. Of course, we do have another false start penalty. It's going to go against Hackett. It's going to back it up 5 more yards.
That's what, their 4th penalty? And
yeah, fourth one, third, 3 of them have been accepted here.
Yeah.
And then the declining of the one that led to the Bearcat defensive touchdown. So shooting themselves in the foot a little bit here is Hackett. Going to back that thing up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 14.
2 receivers to either side for the Hornets. Ketchum's your quarterback. Lawyer's your halfback on the right. Trips to the left. He's looking. He's got some pressure by the Cats defense. In pursuit by Dax Goff. He's going to throw it. And incomplete, just right over number 5. That's Slavens. But Washburn is right there in coverage.
Yep. Good job by Washburn in coverage there. Pass was a pretty good thrown ball right there, just outside the reach of the intended receiver there. But either way, the Cats will certainly take that, and that's going to bring up 3rd and long here deep in Hackett territory. Ball's placed at the 26-yard line.
Looks like Garner, number 12, comes into the game for the Hornets. This Lawyer comes out, and then number 11 comes in late. That's Clay. Trips to the right, 2 to the left. And it's caught, little curl route by number 5. He heads up to the middle of the field, and that's going to put him about 2-3 yards short here. And I would think this is 4-down territory for the Hornets, down 12.
Well, you're certainly putting your offense, put yourself in a situation there where at least you can think about it. I mean,
yeah,
able to pick up a good chunk of yards there, and it looks like they're going to keep the offense on the field early gamble. And it's going to pay off as the Cats are able to fall victim to snap or a hard count there, and got an offsides penalty. He's going to move the ball on up 5 yards and give Hackett a fresh set of downs. It'll be 1st and 10.
You know, the Cats struggled with that last week against Harding. And I helped Harding out on a couple drives last week, get them start going.
Yeah, I got to look to be patient. I know it's difficult. You want to get a quick jump and make a play, but got to learn a little patience.
Ooh, good job there by the Cats defense. Got Mr. Dax Goff there on the ball in the pile, and Rylan Ray and Seth Wilson, sophomore, number 28 for the Cats.
That was another carry by Jeremy Lawyer, his 2nd, I believe, of the game. He's going to go for a gain of 2.
7:14 left to go here in the first quarter, 2nd and 8 for the Hornets. It's going to be handoff again, number 20. That's Lawyer. And so far, Hornets proving me wrong on them not running very much.
Well, you know, they've certainly found a game plan, and they're sticking with it early on despite the 12-point deficit. And that's run there, a little 4-yard pickup. It's going to push them to exactly midfield. Ball's placed at the 50-yard line, 3rd and short. 3 tough yards to get here for the Hornets.
And it's just going to be kind of like a little counter play here to Lawyer. He's going to be close to the 1st down, wrapped up by number 28, Seth Wilson.
Yeah, by the naked eye here, it looks like he's going to be placed just a hair. Well, I was going to say that, but once they set the ball on the ground, it looked like they put it right on the line to gain. So it's going to be a good little pickup by Lawyer there. New set of downs, 1st and 10 into Bearcat territory, 47-yard line.
Got another shout-out real quick here. We had mentioned Sean Bledsaw. His parents was in a wreck. Well, Sean's at home watching. He's fighting his 2nd round of COVID. And Dylan Todd, that's your man right there with the sack.
Big sack. He come off the edge right there and able to hit the blind side of the quarterback right there and drop him for a huge loss.
Pretty sure that's his 2nd sack of the year.
So. Well, that was certainly a big one right there. That's going to be a 9-yard loss. Bring up 2nd and 19.
Brings up 2nd down.
But Sean said he's at home by himself fighting the 2nd round of COVID. He's got a mild case. It says his mom and dad are doing better, but still very sore from the wreck they had last week. He says, go Cats, and hi to mom and dad. Wish we all could be together watching the game. And that's an incomplete pass. And he says, love you and everybody. So praying, Sean, that You all right? Getting going, making it through the COVID just fine. Brings up third down though here for the Hornets.
Yeah, that pass was intended for 17. That's Landon Slavens. Another Slavens on the field. That's Landon Slavens. He's 6'2" junior. Got a lot of length, a lot of height right there, but that pass just kind of sails out of bounds, uncatchable ball. Going to bring up a long 3rd and 19 here. Cats looking to get a little momentum.
Ketchum's looking, little sidearm, and it's, oh, man. Todd almost had an interception. And going to come in late here.
Got a late flag. We already had a little bit of laundry on the field there.
Yeah.
The ball was almost intercepted by Dylan Todd. And I'm not sure what the first initial flag was thrown on, but I think I know what the second flag was,
I think so.
thrown on there. A little extracurricular activity after the play. Motions running high early on in this 3A matchup.
What, Isaac? Yeah, the guy was taking too long to fall over, and Matt had enough of it.
Yeah. Took a long time to get off of him, and Obar said, I'll help you. Offsetting penalties right there. The first one was a holding call against Hackett. We're going to replay it here. It's like nothing happened at all, guys.
Nothing.
It's going to bring up 3rd and 19 again. Ketchum's back to throw, and he lets one fly up high. And it is going to fall incomplete with Coulter Fisher in coverage. Ball was intended for number 4, Wyatt Hester, senior receiver for Hackett, and that's going to bring up 4th down, 4th and long. It's going to bring out the punt team.
Hey, I want to give a shout out real quick to some sponsors for the app and the website. So, premier sponsors. That's going to be 5B Properties and B Plus Rentals. See Calvin Bennett for your rental needs. And when you have things just starting to fall out of place for you as far as financial-wise, you can always head down to Community National Bank, let Brett Cook and the staff take care of your needs, maybe get you a loan or something. And don't do that and play around with your money like they were doing right there, as Cats are going to take over at the 21.
Quick thinking as always there, Zach. Made me a little nervous. I thought we were going to take a gamble there, pick that thing up and go. It's one of them no, yes deals if you're able to make that thing work. But I'd rather just take the chance here early on in the game. No sense in that. So Cats are going to get the ball at the 21-yard line. It's going to be just their second offensive possession of the game, although the Cats do have a defensive touchdown on the board as well as that first offensive one.
Lentz goes in motion. It's going to be hand off to Dax coming back here on the right-hand side. Heads back to the Hornets sideline of the field, and he's still on his feet. Going to be thrown down by number 88. That's going to be McCarthy. Got another flag coming in here late. I didn't see what happened, guys. Did you?
No, I took my eye off of it to look for that defender's name, but that was a good little 11-yard pickup right there by Dax. We'll see the flag come in late after the play was over. Got a young man walking off the field. I'm not sure if he's been asked to or not, but we'll see what the penalty is on here. And it looks like an unsportsmanlike penalty charged against Hackett. So that's going to give the Cats an additional 15 yards. Turns that 11-yard pickup into something more. Ball's going to be brought all the way out to the 46-yard line as the Cats quickly approach midfield, 1st and 10.
5:19 left to go here in the first quarter, and the Hornets ain't helping themselves any. If they're wanting to keep in this game, they're going to have to change something up as far as penalties go. I believe that was their 5th, 6th one?
5th or 6th. I think it's the 5th one of the game, but that one was a big one.
It was. It puts the Cats at the 45-yard line of the Hornets. I formation here for you Bearcats. Race your fullback, Golf is your halfback. And it's going to be a pass attempt here, and Washburn's going to keep it. Heads to the left side of the field, still looking.
If he wants
and he's going to be thrown down about the 48-yard line over there on the Hornets sideline.
Got a lot of flags flying so far tonight. About every other play, it feels like. Another one's been tossed out to the field, and I have a feeling this one may go against Booneville.
I think so. It's going to be about the 3rd one against your Cats. It's going to back them up 10 if it's what we're thinking it is.
And it is. It's a holding call. It's going to go back 10 yards from the spot there. So we'll see where they end up placing this here. Ball's going to be placed at all the way back at the 37-yard line where Cats will continue this offensive possession here. It'll be 1st and 20.
Going to be Lentz going in motion. Hand off to Dax Goff coming back here on the right-hand side. Dax heads towards the Hornet sideline. He's up to about the 50. That's where he's going to be tackled by number 5. That's Slavens, Eli Slavens for the Hornets. He's going to bring up 2nd and about, what's that, 8, 7?
Had Rhett Niedert in at quarterback there after Jace took the hit over on the sideline as Washburn jogs back out on the field. Glad to see he's okay. I don't know if it was a helmet issue or equipment issue or what it was, but either way, Washington's back out on the field here, and the Cats' big pickup there is going to bring up 2nd and 6.
Goff is your left halfback. Ray's your fullback. Lentz is your right halfback. Goff gets the pitch over here on the right-hand side. Dax is going to have the first down. 35-30. Heads to the sideline. 20, 15, 10. Stiff arm. 5. Touchdown. Bearcats. Dax Goff. 50 yards. That comes at 4:13 left to go here in the first quarter. Makes it 18-0. Pinning. Looks like they're going to do the PAT. Going to send on sophomore Oliver Loaiza.
Loaiza here going to get an opportunity to stretch this lead an additional point. Cats, as it sits, 18-0. 2 quick touchdown runs for Booneville to go along with the defensive one.
Snap, the hold, kick is up. And it is good. Sophomore, 2nd PAT of the year. Makes it 19-0. 4:13 left to go here in the first. We'll take a little break and be right back. You're watching Bearcat football. And we're back here at Bearcat Stadium. Juan Pablo Moreno, kick, fair caught by number 22. That's going to be Elkins. Hey, I do want to give a shout out here real quick to receiver great, Bearcat receiver great, Jason McKnight. Wow, I messed up on your name, Jason. Don't hurt me for that. Anyways, we'll give a shout out to Jason McKnight. We all played football and basketball with him. He is right now in Saudi Arabia.
Wow. Jason, brother, we appreciate your service, man.
Yes, sir.
While I'm thinking about it, I've got a shout out as well. Coming from Booneville Bearcat legend Kelly Carlin says Brayley, Sawyer, and Kellen say go Cats. Appreciate you tuning in, Kelly.
Lawyer there on the run, wrapped up by Ray and Goff. Got a flag coming in late.
Flag.
And I tell you what.
That's a little role reversal. It's
Yeah.
the exact same setup for last time. We'll see what this flag coming in here is, but it looked like we knew it's going to be an unsportsmanlike. It's going to back it up a little bit more, 15 more yards.
All right, so 4:03 left to go here in the first quarter. Your Cats are up 19-0 over the Hornets. Hackett, this is their, third series, right?
Yes, their third offensive series. The first one goes for the turnover, scoop and score by Rhett Niedert. Had his turnover on downs with the long 3rd and 19. Pass fell incomplete earlier, and here we go with the second. And this one's not off to the best of starts here.
Oh,
Going to bring up a unsportsmanlike comes after the play, so that's going to bring up second and long.
ball's on the ground. It's a low snap. Ketchum's under pressure from Dylan Todd, and he's just going to kind of force him out of bounds. You got Wilson and Ray in pursuit. Before I forget, I got another shout out. Miss Mandy Craigbaum wants to give a shout out to her boys, Camden and Christian. Give a shout out to them for sticking it out and getting through boot camp. So, hey, boys, Camden and Christian, hey, good job, boys, making it through boot camp. Proud of you.
There's a long third down play coming up here for the Hornets, and this may be a situation where you definitely don't want to try to force anything down deep in territory here.
And it's going to
be
be
trickery,
oh, wow.
and it almost turns into a disaster. And it's a pretty big one as is here. And of course, you're going to have another flag thrown. I'm not so sure about that one. That was just a hard tackle there.
That was, and just.
But we do know that we do have those flags in our pocket.
We do, by George.
Certainly been flying tonight. That's about the 15th penalty of the night. And
yeah.
Tack on one more here, and that's unfortunate because that's going to be a 15-yard penalty against the Bearcats to move it back up to the original line. And I don't know about that. You see, we've seen worse than that already tonight. So you see worse than that pretty often, and that's going to bring a ball all the way back up to where we started. It's going to be 3rd and 9. It's an unfortunate,
very unfortunate there.
Flag thrown there against the Cats, and on a dangerous play. That ball was nearly fumbled right out the get-go.
Yeah, it was. Looks like the Cats are going to take a timeout. Coach Crowley's wanting some answers. I'm kind of wondering if he threw the penalty because he got hit himself.
Yeah,
but anyway, I don't know. That's just my thought.
We may need to take a break, and we may need to calm down, Zach.
Sorry, I apologize about that, fellas and fellettes.
No, I just so anyway, Booneville's going to take this time out here, and this has been a long quarter. We still got 3:42 left to go.
7:34.
First timeout of the game here, charged to Booneville. Looking to draw something up here to help keep Hackett where they're at. We'll have a big 3rd and 9 play coming up.
Hey, I want to give a shout out to another big Bearcat fan, our guy, Caleb Johnson. He says, "Go Cats." Also, Gary, Hunter, and Jan Taylor, they're all watching the Cats. Give a shout out to them. Go Cats. Got a pass here from Ketchum. This is going to be high. Whoa. Almost reeled in by number 4. That's Hester.
What do you know?
Hey,
We've got a flag on the field.
Well, we should have did an over-under on how many flags was going to be thrown, I guess.
I would have. Let's see what the penalty flag's going to be on. That pass was. We've got a 55 being walked off the field here with his helmet off.
They kick him out, or they just
I'm not
telling him
sure.
to cool down, maybe.
I'm not sure. He was the one that we had the early unsportsmanlike call.
So that may be his second one. If this is, we'll see what.
We'll see what the.
Hey, I do want to say, it looks like we got
a personal foul against Hackett's going.
Yeah. So that's going to be his.
Back it up. We're going to, I guess we're electing to take the penalty and back them up and get deeper into territory here.
I guess so.
We would have had a 4th down coming up, 4th and 9, but we're going back and forth, playing the back and forth game here, and now we're back. Ball looks like it's placed at the 12-yard line here. It's going to bring up 3rd and very long.
Looks like the Hornets have changed out a couple linemen. You got 3:37 left to go here in the first quarter. Looks like Jonah Wynn, number 14, senior, is in at defensive tackle. Number 60, Aiden Fox, is in at nose guard right now. Sophomore move in from Magazine. He's in pursuit of Ketchum right there. Good pass, and it is caught by, who was that?
It's a great
That was
play.
a good catch.
That's Slavens, Eli Slavens. We've said his name early and
We
often
have.
tonight, and he's got Washburn all over him. He's
Yeah,
still
he
able to bring it in. Washburn does hit him just right before the stick they needed to get to, but that's going to certainly keep the offense out on the field.
Yeah.
It's going to bring up a 4th and 1. Last time the Cats fall for a hard count in this situation. Look to see them a little more prepared here.
Cats defense shift and a little trickery here, fakery if you want to call it. And Lawyer's going to have the first down spin move, and he's going to be down to about the 44, 43-yard line. He's wrapped up, looks like by number 14, Jonah Wynn. Aiden Fox, number 60, was in the area as well.
Well, after all that, Hackett's able to extend this drive a little bit. It's going to bring up a new set of downs here. 1st and 10, ball's approaching midfield here inside the 40. And ball's batted down right there by Wilson. Down in the flats. Ball, I believe, was intended for Hester, Wyatt Hester of the Hornets. Going to stop the clock and bring up a 2nd and 10.
Try to give you folks some scores. Like I said a while ago, Greenwood is up 13-0 over Van Buren. That's in the first quarter. Try to get you some closer, smaller school scores. Going to have a false start against the Hornets there. Back them up 5. Ozarks up 36-0 over Berryville in the second quarter. Mayflower and Pottsville's tied at 7 in the second. Harding Academy and Stuttgart is tied at 0. That's in the second quarter.
Had a little movement there on the left side. Left tackle position there is going to back the ball up 5 yards here and Hackett again going backwards.
Handed off to Lawyer over here on the left-hand side. Throws a stiff arm, but he's wrapped up by Dax after about a 2-yard run.
Good job by Dax to hold on and just drag him down to the ground. Minimal gain there is going to bring up a 3rd and long again. This is like the 3rd or 4th 3rd and long with 1 first down in this possession. So been an eventful little drive here for Hackett.
It is. Only their 3rd series of the game.
You're right.
We're still in the first quarter. 2:10 left to go here in the first. Catch him looking to pass. Got pressure from Ray and Seth, or that's Damari Poole. And Damari's going to force him out about the 45-yard line, looks like. Brings up 4th down. We'll see if the Hornets decide to go for it or they're going to punt it.
I'm bad. I'm looking for the flag after every play. As many as we've had. I think the old magic trick where he just
like
pulling them out of his sleeves all the time. That's what it felt like there for a little bit. They're just falling out of his sleeves there.
Somebody may need to check him here after a while, make sure.
Well, with the ball at midfield here, it's going to bring up 4th down play for the Hackett offense as they look to the sideline. Last 4th and down, they tried a little trickery, and this time they're going to try to not run it at all by calling the timeout here. Be their first charge timeout with 2:04 left to go in the quarter, in a long quarter.
Yeah.
Cats are going to have a lead when we come back, 19-0.
You're watching Bearcat football. And we're back here at Bearcat Stadium, home of champions. Shield Field, Don Elmore press box. Got a beautiful sunset off to our west here. I wish we could get that on camera. I like that. Pretty view. A little pink and blue in the sky. We're right off DJ George Drive. Hey, I got a couple scores within the conference. Charleston is up over Greenland 23-0. The Tigers looking to get their first win of the year. Mansfield is up 26-0 over West Fork. The Cats will travel to West Fork next week. 4th down here, and it's going to be a little quick punt, high punt, and
Straight
very
up
high.
in the air.
Yeah, going to be down. Takes a cat row down at the 44-yard line. So he punted that 10, 20 yards. 11 yards. Well, obviously, I can't count. I think
Well, you said 10, 20. That's right there in between.
And then you subtract it, and then you get 9 or 11.
Well,
Anyways, there's 1:55 left to go in the first quarter, folks.
we can do that math.
Yeah.
It's called reading.
Yeah.
So that's going to give Booneville the ball here. Their third possession of the game now coming up midfield.
And, hey.
Got us a flag.
Yeah.
And that looks like that's going to come on back. Got a false start, charge of the Bearcat. I didn't see who jumped, but
I didn't either.
I believe him. So that's going to back it up 5 yards, bring up a 1st and 15. Not necessarily the start you're looking for.
Right.
Cats have been able to break off several chunk plays, and it looks like we may need another 1 or 2 here to help get some of that yardage back. But up to this point, it's been all Bearcats.
Jace Washburn's going to come up under center. Goff is your left halfback. Lentz is your right halfback. Goff goes in motion, and it's going to be hand off to Ray right up the middle at your fullback. Nice spin move, stiff arm. Ray's going to have the first down to the 45.
Yeah, great job by Ray. I mentioned earlier, this was going to be a Ryland Ray breakout game on the offensive side of the ball is what a couple people told me, and up to this point, it looks like that may be the case. That's another big pickup by the Bearcats senior.
Damari pulls in at tight end on the right-hand side. Hand off to Ray right up the middle again. He's turning them legs. He's going to get 3 yards there on the carry. Looks number 52 on the stop for the Hornets. That's Alex Woody. Do have a shout-out real quick. Miss Stephanie Springer wants to give a shout-out to Bracken Springer and Jace McCubbin watching tonight. They love the Bearcats. Beat the Hornets.
Thanks, Stephanie.
Give a shout out to the class of 2010 as Stephanie was in our grade there. So give a shout out to class of 2010. Hope y'all are doing good as Ray is going to be close to another first down here.
Looks like they're going to place him a yard, maybe yard and a half, 2 yards short of the first down there, but great little pickup there is going to bring up this 3rd and 1. Now we are into Hackett territory here. Dax Goff goes in motion, and Jace looks to the sideline to get his play call. Big play here for the Cats in 4-down territory.
35 seconds left to go here in the first quarter. 3rd and 1. Goff goes in motion. It's going to be handoff to Ray up the middle. Rye's going to have that first down right there, and that's going to be the final play of, and coming in late from the back judge. And
just unnecessarily, shooting ourselves in the foot and on both sides of the ball, and that's something that's going to certainly have to get control of here.
Yeah.
That penalty is going to be after the play, so we should have the first down.
And then
tack on 15 coming back, but that's the kind of stuff that's going to have to get cleaned up. I know it's an emotional game, but it doesn't have to always be that emotional.
While they're discussing, I do have another shout-out real quick. Chase Carlin, one of the Bearcat fullbacks to come through here. He give a shout-out to you, brother. He's protecting the border up in Canada. He's tuning in. He just wants to say a little nerd nugget. Kelly Carlin might be the only QB in Booneville history to complete a pass to himself.
Oh.
So, hey, right on. Good job, Kelly. Give a shout out to Chase. He was the guy that caught that ball down at Malvern our junior year, their senior year. I think that's the same play that Jake Nichols said when Coach Hyatt said, everybody run down there, and Jake saw, who? All of us too? Something like that. But, so I just wanted to, give that out there to anybody that wanted to hear that or not. Just wanted to live that moment for a little bit. And I'm not sure what we got going on here.
Well, we got us a first down, but because of the penalty, the yardsticks will be backed way up. A little interesting deal here, something you don't see very often.
You got senior Coulter Fisher in at right halfback now for the Cats. Pitch, ball's out. That's more like a fumble, and luckily Dax Goff able to get on it. I don't know who that was, but somebody helmet hit the ball right out of Washburn's hand, and that will be the final play of the first quarter. And Cats able to escape the first quarter there. And hopefully able not to give the Hornets any momentum. So at the end of one, your Bearcats are holding a 19-0 lead. We'll take a little break and be right back. You're watching Bearcat football.
That's the freaking crap. I get so sick of watching that.
Yeah.
It's just always.
We're back here at Bearcat Stadium. Hey, I forgot to do a couple sponsors, so I do apologize. Tier 2 sponsors, O'Reilly Auto Parts. You can stop by for your auto parts needs. Go down there, see Philip and the guys. They'll hook you up. Pop and Pup Metalworks for all your metalwork needs. Hey, JD, he's going to be down at the Farmers Market the third Saturday of the month there at the Square. He's got pickle relish and salsa. He's going to have it down there. A nice run there by Ray. Gets up to about the 48, 49-yard line of the Cats. And also Crowley City Service. They do tires, brakes, oil change, and shocks. Go down there, let the guys take care of your needs down there.
Good job by Ray right there to kind of make this more manageable. You're getting a curve. You're right at midfield. Any sort of positive yardage here will get you hopefully into Hornet territory here, but you're behind the sticks, so it'll be an interesting call here depending on the outcome of this upcoming play, what the Cats choose to do. That was an interesting first quarter, guys, with flags galore. Some of them certainly needed, some of them not.
And Connor Lentz is up to 35-30, 25-20, 15-10, 5. Touchdown, Bearcats.
It's a big chunk play by Connor Lentz right there. And Lentz he's certainly got the athletic ability, man. He showed it right there with the
shot out
over
like a
50,
rocket.
over, what is that, 51, 52 yards touchdown run there. And that touchdown will be brought to you by Jeff Terry with Arkansas River Valley Roofing for all your roofing needs. Jeff Terry with Arkansas River Valley Roofing. That'll jog out Loaiza here for his second PAT attempt of the year. Or of the game.
Of the game, yeah. It'll be his third PAT attempt of the year. Snap, the hold, the kick is up, and it is blocked.
Come out low.
And so that's going to make it 25-0 with 11:05 left to go here in the second quarter. We'll take a little break and be right back. You're watching Bearcat football. And we're back here at Bearcat Stadium after Connor Lentz gets shot out of the cannon 52 yards for a touchdown. And makes the score 25-0.
It's an interesting score.
It
is.
is.
A lot of 25-0 games.
No.
That's what we've got here, 25-0. A lot of missed extra point attempts here tonight. A couple with the foot and a 2-point that wasn't
no good. Stopped.
No good. So.
And then a block. And touchback. Good kick there by Juan. Hornets are going to take over on the 20-yard line.
Moreno's kick goes into the end zone for a touchback.
Great little kick there by Moreno. Showed off the leg right there, able to get it over the top. And it's going to bring the ball out to the 20-yard line where the Hornets will take over with the 1st and 10. Looking to get something going on Hackett's side of the ball. They've just, any sort of momentum they've got, it's ended up penalties galore, shoots it back a little bit. And looking to get a little momentum going, something positive, help themselves out.
Hester goes in motion there. Got a little halfback screen to Lawyer. And good job there by Seth Wilson to stay home, but about a 7-yard gain there.
Yeah, that's a good little read right there by Wilson. A lot of times you let the lineman go free, your defensive lineman go free like that, you know what's coming. That's going to be a little screenplay, and he's able to pick up 7 on it.
Hand it off Lawyer again. Hey, another flag here off of Highway 10. Lawyer's still on his feet up to the 50. Ball's out on the ground, and Bearcats are going to be on it.
Did we get it? Did we get it?
And looks
we
like
got it,
sophomore
we'll
Connor Wentz on top of it.
See what the flag was here. Got the flag comes in from the white hat in the back there, and it was pretty quickly thrown. So we'll, the play didn't develop before it was thrown. So that's usually a hold or a formation call. We'll see what they come up with as he jogs over to Coach Juan of the Hornets to discuss it. So another flag is going to dictate kind of what we choose to do here, and looks like the ball is being picked up and brought back, so it must have been a
dead
ball penalty, maybe a false start.
What'd you say, Isaac?
Oh, 12 men on the field.
12 men on the field.
Okay, that's a wrinkle in it.
Oh, alrighty then.
Everything I said, folks, don't take it for anything true. I just talk a lot. So that's going to give Hackett a first down.
First down here.
1st and 10. A tough break for the Cats as they're able to pick up their second turnover that gets washed away due to the penalty.
We have trips to the right, 2 to the left. Lawyer is going to catch the ball, incomplete.
It's a well thrown ball there, just kind of takes his eyes off of it, looking upfield, and falls to the ground. So it's going to be no gain on the play. He's going to bring up a 2nd and 10.
You got Clayton Green coming out. He was in there on the play there for the Cats. I thought he was off, but on that penalty that the Cats got. Ball's on the ground again. Got some pressure here by Damari Poole. Able to get out of Jonah Wins in pursuit.
Whoa.
Oh, did he get? Oh.
Goes through his hands. That's a well-placed ball there.
Oh.
It's intended for number 17. That's Landon Slavens. I won't call him the brother of Eli. I have no idea if he's actually his brother, but
tonight he is.
Tonight he is on the Booneville Bearcat live stream. So brother Slavens there. Unable to bring it down, but that's a well-placed ball by your quarterback there.
I've been impressed with him on the run. He's
that
pretty
was
accurate.
Just out of the reach of Washburn in coverage and through the hands there. Is going to bring up a 3rd and 10 play. Hornets, big play coming up, doing anything they can here to get a little momentum on their side. Nothing going so far.
10-15 left to go here in the second quarter. Got some pressure here.
And there he's got him right there.
That's going to be number 4. That's Slavens. You had, who was that in pursuit there for the Cats? That was number 7. That's Halpayne.
Trenton Halpayne getting his name called out. It was number 11, Coulter Fisher, in coverage there, and able to get, or the receiver there, able to get through the arm tackle and gain a couple more. It's going to bring up a new set of downs at the midfield. 1st and 10 from the 41-yard line.
You got Evan Gordon in the backfield. He's going to be to the left of Ketchum. Got Poole in pursuit, and Coulter Fisher and Halpayne there. Hey, I like this. You got a whole slew of Cats coming in. You've had Green go in and out. Jonah Wynn's getting some decent playing time tonight, as well as Halpayne there.
Yeah, Halpayne's not a name we've said much of this year, but he's found himself with an opportunity out there, it looks like. And
looks like the Cats are going to have like a 3-3 defense here. Halpane's in at linebacker. Got pursuit from Damari Poole. And, hey, there you go. Open field tackle there by the sophomore.
That's a good little scramble there. Is going to be a pickup of, it looks like, about 8 yards. Bring up 3rd and 2 now. 3rd and a longer 2.
Hey, got a quick shout out real quick. Andy Langway, her and Clint, they're still up there in Oregon. They're cheering on the Cats, though. Always glad to see y'all cheer the Cats on all the way from up there. Mandy Langway, she said, or not Mandy Langway, Andy Craigbaum says, go number 7, go T-Pain. T-Pain getting a tackle there. First tackle of the year, I believe. Catch him looking, and he's just going to throw it.
Dangerous pass.
Ooh, yeah.
Dangerous pass on his back foot, falls incomplete with a play one of our players to look out for that I do know we definitely mentioned early in the game. That's 22, Dakota Matson, able to get there just as the ball's into the hands of the receiver and knock it loose. So that's going to bring up a 4th and 2. You know Hackett's going to choose to go for it here.
Oh, yeah.
Cats early on in the game fall for a hard count. May try something like that again here.
We'll have 2 receivers to either side.
Same play as earlier with the trickery,
Lawyer,
and I don't think he got it. I don't think he got it this time.
So.
Fool me once, shame on you.
Yeah, big country Matt Obar, he's saying no, not today. Him and Clayton Green and Seth Wilson was all in there on the stop, but Matt, he was the first one there. He was the player that we interviewed this week on the Coaches Show, sponsored by Rockline. So y'all tune over to YouTube, you can watch that.
Well, that was an interesting choice to run that on back-to-back 4th and shorts. And Cats certainly not going to fall for it this time as they're able to hold them to a gain of only yards. So that's going to be a turnover on downs, and the ball is already at midfield now for the Cats. 1st and 10.
Nieder and Goff split out to the left over here. Washburn's going to be your quarterback. Ray's your fullback. Lentz is your right halfback.
Pop play out to
nice
Nieder.
Screen pass over here to Nieder. Nieder still on his feet to the 50. Gets down to about the 45, 44-yard line.
Atta baby, Rhett Nieder. That's a good little pickup right there on the pop play. Makes the first guy miss. Uses that Rhett Nieder speed, that Nieder family speed.
Yeah.
His dad's not going to hear this because he's listening, but it's a good little pickup right there. Gain of about 12 yards, it looked like, and that's going to be a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 as we approach, we cross midfield.
We're at the 8:25 mark here in the second quarter. Cats up 25-0. Safe formation for you, Cats. Hand off to Ray on the right-hand side, and Rye's going to be about, well, with the way they spot it, about 3-4 yards short.
Good little pickup right there, though.
Yeah.
Looks like they're going to give him 5.5 right there. I'm going to be generous, and I'm going to give him 6.
Yeah.
So we'll call it a 2nd and 4 now from the 38-yard line. Ray, interested to see what his yardage total is. Ball is snapped. Washburn back to pass, lets one fly, and
hey,
he
that's
finds.
caught. That's Rhett Nieder, didn't it?
Yeah, that's Nieder. Leading receiver Rhett Nieder on the day. Second catch of the game is going to be just enough for the first down there. Ball's going to be placed inside, just inside the 30-yard line. Cats get him a new set of downs, 1st and 10 on the Rhett Nieder reception.
Looks like Damari Poole's going to come into the game. Halpane's coming out. He was in the game there. Halpane's getting him some playing time here, conference opener.
I like old Halpane, man. He's a funny kid. He's on my baseball team. I really enjoy having Halpane around.
Goff goes in motion. He gets the pitch on the right-hand side. Cuts back inside. Still on his feet. Cuts back towards the Bearcats sideline. Pointing guys to block. Down at the 25-yard line is where the Cats are going to be.
He ran a long way, and he ends up gaining about 5 yards on the play. Good job by Dax to make a little something happen there. Shake and bake action. It'll be a gain of 5, maybe 6 yards. Hackett had a defender on the field shaking up. That's number 15, Braden Ryan, as he walks off to get 10-2 on the sideline. A new player comes onto the field, and that's going to be a good little pickup by Goff there, second down.
Madsen and Lentz split out to the right. Ray gets the handoff on the left-hand side, wrapped up by number 88 and 52.
88 will be Logan McCarthy.
And 52 is going to be Alex Woody.
A couple of seniors there able to get to him, and he's actually able to pick up a couple yards there. It's going to bring up 3rd and 3.
6:10 left to go here in the second quarter. Goff goes in motion. Washburn's your quarterback. Madsen is split out to the right. Niedert to the left. Ray's your fullback. Lentz is your right halfback. Got 13 seconds on the play clock here. Cats taking their time here. Lentz goes in motion, and it's going to be a keeper by Washburn on the left-hand side. And he's going to be short, probably about a yard.
Yeah, it looks like he gained maybe a yard or two there. And it's Evan Gordon, I think is what they announced over the thing. That's number 21. Yes, sir, Evan Gordon. He's a sophomore. Able to get to Washburn and drag him down just before the line to gain there is going to bring up 4th and short.
Bearcats going tight here. Hadn't really seen the Cats go 2 tight ends in a while, not that I recall. Seth Wilson is going to be your tight end on the left. Amari Poole's your tight end on the right. Goff goes in motion, and we'll have flags coming in. That's the first one we've had in a little bit, but we'll see here.
Making their presence known again.
Yeah.
That's going to be offsides.
Hey, lucky break there for you,
against
Cats.
Hackett. Yeah, and that's just something that can't happen if you're on the defensive side of the ball. And, you know, they'll be shooting themselves in the foot a little, or upset about that after shooting themselves in the foot. It's going to give Booneville that fresh set of downs they were looking for. And now your playbook opens up a little bit, 1st and 10.
Hey, we'll give a shout out to the Wigtons. They're watching along with Bill Nichols, Jake Tinley, and Beth. We'll give a shout out. They're watching all the way up in Pennsylvania. Rylan Ray, he's going to go in 15 yards, touchdown, Bearcats. That
Number 33, Rylan Ray.
Good job by Ray, able to go in for a 15-yard touchdown run. He's going to expand that score to 31 now. 31 to nothing. With looks like Moreno was going to jog on now for the extra point attempt. Both kickers getting a look at today.
Yeah.
Trying to find one guy that can be the guy.
Here's the snap. Have a flag again.
Flag on the play.
I think he's. Never mind.
We'll see what the call is here. Gonna back it up a little bit.
Chuck, did you say 50-0 Ozark?
Over.
That's in the second, right? Ozark's up 50-0 over Berryville. Berryville beat Magazine last week, 21-0. It's a pretty good showing by Magazine. Play a 4A school. Coach Chambers down there.
Moreno's extra point,
Yeah, that's
extended
good.
extra point. Splits the uprights there. That's a good little kick. And that is going to tack on a point and make the score 32-0. With 4:55 left to go. And you know the Cats defense is looking to get one final stop here. The opportunity to get the one more score to push this into mercy rule to start the second half.
Hey, Chuck just told me Stuttgart and Harding in the second quarter, it's still 0-0. 4:55 left to go here. Before we go any further, I got a couple more shout outs I want to do. Tier 3 sponsors for the live stream. That's Wiggins Ace Hardware for your hardware needs. Or if you have a hunting to-do list, you can head on down to Wiggins. They can help you out there too. Doris Davis Tax Office. You can call at 675-2358. They do income tax preparation, bookkeeping, and payroll services. Also, Susan's Flowers and Gifts. Stop by and make your loved one's day a special day.
Got one more shout out I'd like to give. Sammy Haynes, former Bearcat Sammy Haynes. He actually down at Stobie's today. He won himself an eating contest to win an electric bike sponsored by Yamaha. Nice. So good job, Sammy Haynes. I believe it. Believe that story completely. Got the ball
on the
out.
ground. That ball was fielded at the 2-yard line by number 5. That's Eli Slavens, and Hackett able to fall on top of it, though.
Yeah, I think they're going to say he was down, able to fall They were able to fall on it, but I think they're going to call them down. So Hackett's going to keep possession here. It's going to bring up 1st and 10 with 4:49 to go.
Give a shout out to my wife, Megan, and the kids, Grayson, Emery, and Hudson. Hope y'all are being good.
1st and 10 for the Hornets at the 23. 4 wide, 3 to this side, 1 to the other.
Here's the snap. Ketchum's rolling to his right. Got pressure from Daxton. He's just going to throw it. And, hey, that's caught. That's number 12. We hadn't really called him.
Matthew Garner. Yeah, he's a sophomore. It's a well-placed ball. Puts it right between the numbers and falls to the ground there for a gain of about 8 yards. 8-yard completion is going to bring up 2nd and 2.
I tell you this, though. Ketchum, he's been having a run for his life most of the night, and he looks a little wore out. Walking slowly back to the huddle here. Little receiver screen over here to the right or to the left. Hey,
great
good
job, Fisher.
Coulter Fisher. He's one of the guys we said to watch out for on the Cats defense.
He's able to push through his block there and push the receiver back a couple of yards there. That's actually going to be a loss of 2, maybe 3 yards. Going to bring him 3rd and 5. Good job by Fisher reading the pass.
Hey, I got another shout out real quick. Yo-Yo, Frank's mom. She's got a daycare. Hey, Yo-Yo's Loving Hands Child Care and Preschool. They got some openings, so you need someone to watch your kid. Take them over to Miss Yo-Yo's, and she'll watch them. I love her family. They're an awesome family. We was able to have Miguel a couple years ago on T-ball, and they're just all cool. Give a shout-out to Frank and Anthony and Miguel and Leo and all of them. So just give a shout-out to those people.
Ketchum's pass there falls incomplete, intended for number 4, Wyatt Hester. It's just a little underthrown, and Hester unable to reel it in. That's going to bring up another 4th down play here, and Hackett jogs on their punt team. Punting the ball back to Booneville here.
That's a better punt this time. Nobody's back deep for you Cats, though. And it takes a Hornet roll down at the, 37-yard line. 3:33 to go here in the 2nd quarter. Cats guys are looking to score and get that mercy roll going to start the 2nd half.
Yeah, I think this is, it sounds funny to say, but this is one of the biggest possessions of the game here, and so it's odd to say that sometimes in a 32-point lead, but this is the one that you can get into halftime, get this clock rolling, and that saves you a little bit of energy in your legs going in the 2nd half if you can start it rolling and get some of these younger guys in and give them opportunities. So it's a big possession here for the Cats, looking to take advantage of that sportsmanship rule.
Goff goes in motion. Receiver screen pass over here to Matson. He catches it. Still on his feet. Gets down to about the 45. He's got the 1st down to the 49-yard line. And the Cats showing they can throw some passes tonight.
Yeah, and I think that's a good, neat little wrinkle that they're throwing in tonight. These pass plays are not necessarily, they're not distance-wise,
right?
Air distance traveling, but they've been effective, and it's just another way to get the ball into your playmaker's hands.
Lentz goes in motion here for you Cats, and it's going to be a keeper by
Good
Washburn
read.
over here on
Good
the left-hand
read,
side.
Washburn.
1st down to the 35, and it's going to be stepped out of bounds at the 32-yard line. Like you said, that's a good read there by Washburn.
That was good read, able to pull it and elect to keep it in his hands and do the damage himself, and smartly runs out of bounds here to preserve the hits. Little guy like Washburn needs to preserve them all he can. And
yeah.
He does there, and so 3 minutes to go. The Cats are going to get him a fresh set of downs. Ball's well into Hackett territory. 33-yard line.
Got a couple shout-outs from Tier 1 sponsors we can give a shout-out to after this. Hand off to Dax Goff on the right-hand side. Dax heads towards the sideline, still on his feet. Wrapped up about the 17-yard line, it looks like.
Be a good little 15, 16-yard pickup there with the fresh set of downs. And Cats only had 3:33 to go, but they are deep into Hornet territory now with 2:51 remaining. As a Hornet player, that's number 55, Gavin Metcalf, jogs off the field, get tended to.
Flag on the Hornet sideline. Got the coach hollering at the umpire. Sideline warning. That's first warning. Second one is when they will tack on the penalty yardage.
No penalty there. It's going to be a 1st and 10 Ball is at the 18-yard line. Cats plenty of time to make a little noise heading into the half.
Matson's your receiver on the right, Nieder to the left. Lentz is your left halfback, Golf is your right halfback. And good job there by Rylan Ray. He's having himself a night. Be interesting to see what he has as far as yardage at halftime. Mr. Glenn will send us those stats there at halftime. Y'all stick around for our Shelter Insurance halftime show and for our band member of the week this week. Thank our sponsors real quick, Tier 1 sponsors for the live stream. Tyler Ford, they've been serving the community for around 30 years. Shelter Insurance, Agents Gerald Baker, Austin Baker, and Lori Duke. Rockline Industries, people who make it right. Airmaster Inc. for all your air conditioning needs. Don's Easy Pay. You can stop by and see Mandy, Josh, and the gang. They can take care of you. Also, Midtown Charm, since we've got a timeout that was charged to the Hornets. A couple of the places you can stop by there in Midtown. We got Ty Lee Creations. It's Bearcat Apparel. Artsy Tartsy. Hand-decorated cookies. Indulge yourself. Skinny syrups and old-fashioned candy. Bend the Trend. Women's and kids apparel. Little by Little. Children's apparel. And in Andy's. That's freeze-dried candy. I've had some of that before. That's pretty good. Curious Cow. Women's apparel and candles. Heavenly Bliss. Goat soaps and lotions. Those are our Tier 1 sponsors. Stop by and see those people down there at Midtown Charm.
I've never had freeze-dried candy, but anybody looks at me, they might say otherwise.
You can probably tell I have.
About everybody up here, I think.
I think so. We'll get some next time. We'll have to bring some next game or something.
So that's gonna. It's like we're closing up the timeout here as the Cats jog back on field on offense here to look to punch one more in here going into halftime. We got a minute 57 left to go, so you've got plenty of time as the ball's placed about the 11-yard line. So looking to punch this thing in and get this sportsmanship rule, get the clock running.
Out formation here, hand off to Rod, right up the middle. And Ryland's turning those legs. And okay, that's not what I thought was fixing to happen.
I didn't know
there.
what was going to. Yeah, that's a gain of yard, maybe two there. Going to get just across the 10-yard line, 4-down territory here. The Cats are going to have a 3rd and short.
So 3rd and short. I'll give props to number 60 there. That's Aiden Elmore for the Hornets, fixing Raj's jersey there. Got some scores here from around the conference. Charleston has increased their lead. It's 44-7 in the second quarter over Greenland. Mansfield is up 26-2 at halftime over Westfort. Perryville, they're in Class 3A. They're playing Yellville Summit. They're up 6-0 at halftime. Quitman and Newport, they got a battle there. Part of they're 16 Newport and 14 Quitman. So that's a very intense game right there. Prescott's up 45-0 over Gurdon. That's at halftime as well. Before we take a little break, got a couple more sponsors I want to thank for the app and the website. Shelter Insurance, Agents Gerald Baker and Austin Baker. S&W Home Center for all your hardware needs. The City of Booneville, a good hometown, and Mayor Edgar Baker. Patriot Underground and Taylor Nieder. First Booneville, home of First Booneville students and First Booneville kids. And Stacy Hobart Photo Art. Thank you for sponsoring the app and the website. And we won't take a little break as didn't go nowhere. 1:08 left to go here in the second quarter. Guys, the Cats are knocking on the door. Ball's on the 10-yard line. It's 3rd down, 2 yards to go to get the first down. Let's see if the Cats can punch it in here.
Cats have only got a minute and 8 left on the clock here, but they got plenty of time inside the red zone, deep in the red zone here. They do have a timeout remaining. Ball is handed to Goff as he's able to shed a couple and drag him on in for a touchdown.
That comes with 1:02 left to go here at halftime. Makes it 38-0.
That touchdown is brought to you by Brett Cook with Community National Bank. For all your banking needs, Brett Cook, Community National Bank. That's going to extend the lead to 38-0 as the PAT team led by Juan Moreno jogs on the field, looking to add on a point here. The ball is snapped Up
Hey, that
and
is
good.
good.
Splits. That's a pretty looking one.
Yeah.
Able to go in to extend that lead to 39-0, and with that, assuming we can hold them for the next minute and 2 seconds, that will bring up the AAA sportsmanship rule,
Yeah.
the mercy rule, as we know it here, to get the clock running once the second half begins. And that was big.
That was very big.
We talked earlier about the importance of getting that thing going.
Yeah.
I mean, when you get in these types of games. Last year, this Hackett game was a barn burner, man.
It was, yeah.
And they've got a lot of those guys back.
Yeah.
Injuries derailed their season last year, and,
Yeah.
and they had an early injury today with one of their top receivers that certainly hurt them. But the Cat defense has just been resilient tonight.
I've been impressed.
They've been in the backfield a ton, and having Ketchum run for his life here.
Angry that Stuttgart was 0-0 with him it's 35-0.
Harding's up 35-0
I
over
want to
Stuttgart.
say there might have been a
delay there.
on the score, making a little more sense now, 35-0. But as I was saying, this Cats defense is looked much improved.
Yes, yeah.
From, last year and previous weeks this year. It's been an exciting game to watch, and getting them into this mercy rule here saves you a few hits down the road and kind of helps you mentally start preparing for next week.
And the ball's fielded at the 2-yard line again. Juan's doing a good job kicking off. He's got in pursuit by William Green, number 6 over there, and Damari Poole, number 30.
Yeah, he's forced out over there, and it looks like they're going to put it right at the 20-yard line. And Hackett will have 55 seconds to try to fend off this mercy rule here. 55 seconds with the Cats holding on to a 39-0 lead.
Chuck said Arkadelphia is up 30-6 over Nashville. That's at halftime. Nashville beat Charleston last week in a pretty decent game there. Down there at the Hill at Nashville. 2 receivers to either side here for the Hornets. Lawyer is to the right of Ketchum. Looks like Aiden Fox is in at nose guard for your Cats. Damari Poole, it's your defensive tackle, and Jonah Wynn's your other defensive tackle. And Dax Goff for another stop there. 2-yard run there by Lawyer.
This is a situation where you see it go one of two ways a lot of times. You're either going to scramble and try to make something happen with such limited time there, 55 seconds, or seeing that this is a 39-0 game with little going your way, this Hackett offense may elect to just slow things down a little bit, hand the ball off, and go into halftime, keeping the score right where it's at.
Yeah, you got 25 seconds,
That looks like that's what they're going to choose to do, just a little bit of short yardage attempts here, and that may bring it to the end here. They may try to rush around and get one more, but the clock is ticking under 10 seconds.
That was Damari Poole and Seth Wilson on the stop for your Cats.
Loss of a couple yards on it, too.
And that's going to be it for the second quarter. So your halftime score, you Booneville Bearcats 39, Hackett Hornets 0. I want to thank our Tier 3 sponsors, Wiggins Ace Hardware for all your hardware needs or honey-do list. And Doris Davis Tax Office. You can give them a call at 675-2358. And Susan Flowers and Gifts. Stop by and make your loved one's day a special day. We'll take a little break, be right back for your Shelter Insurance halftime show and our band member of the week. And we are back here at Bearcats Stadium, Shield Field, Don Elmore Press Box. We've got the Obar family down here on the field. As I mentioned earlier, they lost their sister, their aunt, friend, Miss Becky Obar 3 months ago, and then just not even, I think, 3 days ago, they lost another sister in Dee Obar. So please be in prayer for the Obars and the Simpsons.
To honor the life and service of one of our very own local heroes, Becky Obar. Beck served as a paramedic and EMT as well as an avid fan and supporter of Bearcat Athletics. Members of her family are being presented with a signed football as a tribute to her service and support of the community. Bearcat fans, would you please stand and show your love and appreciation for one of our own local heroes, Miss Becky Obar.
It's awesome to see, man. She was a huge supporter of our schools, both academically and athletically, and she was a paramedic here for a long
Years,
time.
yeah.
A very long time, and she was never one to back down.
No.
She was a fierce woman that loved her family and her community deeply, and she'll certainly be missed with those of us
Oh,
that
yeah.
are still here, and it's really cool to see them support her family out there, especially with the loss just a couple of days ago
Yeah.
of the other sister there, and just a tough stretch of bad luck
Yeah.
here hitting their. I don't know if you can call it bad luck, what you call it, but just
Right.
unfortunate. And good community, or a good family from a good community, and
Oh,
we
yeah.
appreciate the Obars.
Definitely appreciate the old bars and give them a shout out, much needed shout out. And here is your Booneville Bearcat cheerleaders and your Shelter Insurance halftime show.
Joseph Nickel on trumpet. Ladies and gentlemen, the Hackett High School Marching Band.
Tonight, the band will be performing their halftime competition show, Clockwork. Part 1, Wind Up. Part 2, Clocks. And Part 3, Gears. Time unending. Drum Major Cale Smith, is your band ready? You may take the field for halftime entertainment.
Monday night we went over to Lavaca, Arkansas, and played the defending 2A runner-up, Lavaca Golden Arrows. The Lady Cats took the first set, but then Lavaca wins the other three. That's the kind of matches that build you up. Another big long runner took this one long up to Elkins, and it was a big one. Elkins won the first set, moved to the next two, and Elkins won the fourth and fifth set. Fifth set, match tied at 9. Elkins got on a hot pace and made actually, the whole team will not get to go to state, but 2 individuals will. Ryan May and Jace Washburn qualified for state. What happens after the top 2 teams, the next, I think it's 3 individuals not otherwise qualified for state will go as individuals, and Ryan and Jace represent the Bearcats at state. Continue their success this year. Lacey Franklin and Linda Garrett continue to be undefeated in doubles this year. They played a fine match against Harvey Wells and Jesse Miller. They are still undefeated. Angel Brown also on the team along with Braylon Franklin and Brian Winslow. Doing a fine job. Nathan Hicks is the lone senior on Bearcat until Franklin move up. And he started out running 25 minutes an Akron, and he trimmed that by over a minute at Akron. Talking about the junior high volleyball, they continue to do well. Lost a 3-setter at Lavaca, but picked up a couple of conference wins against Elkins and Western. Ethan Obar has rejoined me. Ethan, you were part of the ceremony down here on the sideline.
Yeah, it's for today's hero day for the game. They made my I think they said honorary band member and we're looking for heroic acts and EMT and paramedics. Dad called me this morning actually and said that they were going to do that.
Don't have much time to prepare for something
Something like that until you're down there and you look up on the fans and the
the Booneville Bearcat Marching Band.
That was your Booneville Bearcat Marching Band. And now it's time for our Band Member of the Week. This is a Shelter Insurance Halftime Show. Band Member of the Week this week is Mr. Malachi Wooten. He is the son of Leroy and Marilyn Wooten, is a 11th grade trumpet player, and is currently serving as a wind captain of the Booneville Bearcat Band. He also plays with the Booneville Jazz Ensemble and has assisted with the intermediate band game performance for the past several years. As one of the band's most reliable students, Malachi also demonstrates a true love of music and a desire to explore different tonalities. I hope I said that right, I'm sorry. His passion for the artistry of music demonstrates one of the many ways the Booneville Band program offers students a true creative outlet. So give a shout out to Malachi Wooten as Band Member of the Week this week. Very awesome kid. Jake said he had him in class, very polite. And so congratulations, Malachi. Now on to some halftime stats for the game here. Let's see. We'll start with the Hackett Hornets. They got 15 rushes for 37 yards and 8 receptions for 61 yards. So 61 total yards passing, and 37 total yards rushing. Booneville Bearcats, 293 on the ground and 31 yards through the air. Bearcats are 3 of 3 passing, while the Hornets are 8 of 17 passing. The Bearcats are 5 of 6 on third down, while the Hornets are 2 of 10 on third. The Hornets are 2 of 3 on fourth. Bearcats are 1 of 1.
Yeah, man, the Hackett leading rusher is Jeremy Lawler. Got 12 carries, 39 yards, averaging just over 3 yards a carry. Yep. Then you got the flip side of that, so not a lot is what I'm getting at there. And then flip side of that, you got 4 different rushers over 50 yards.
Yeah.
Okay, you've got Dax Goff. He's only had 7 carries.
Yeah.
Not a lot of usage for Goff this year, but he does have right at 100 yards.
Yeah.
Then you got Rylan Ray. It was the Rylan Ray show early on in the game.
Was.
He's got 12 totes for 82 yards and a touchdown. Goff tacking on 2 touchdowns as well. Jace Washburn, he's only had 5 carries tonight, but he's going 59 yards, nearly six yards a clip there for a touchdown. And then Connor Lentz averaging 52 yards a carry tonight. He's had 1 carry, but he was able to house one from 52 yards for a touchdown. Bearcats, a lot of success on the ground. Washburn through the air, he's 3 for 3 for 31 yards. 2 of those completions coming to Needard on that one possession, 1 to Matson over on the right side of the field. So little mixed offense a little bit, a lot of little short pop plays there, able to help get the ball into a couple of these playmakers' hands that primarily they're not falling into, but show tonight that they've got that ability to get them moving and get them going a little bit. So Cats come out of halftime with a 39-point lead, and once that ball is kicked here, we're going to start ticking that clock.
Nice kick by Juan. It's going to be fielded at the 9-yard line. That's fielded by Slavens. Tripped up there at the 20-yard line. A couple guys on the defensive side of the ball real quick. Dex, he's got around 5 tackles, 3 solo, 2 assisted. Seth Wilson's same way, 3 total, 2 assisted. Damari Poole's got 3 tackles, 1 assisted. Matt Obar's got 2 tackles. So that's your stats there for your halftime.
Big defensive play was the Rhett Niedert scoop and score early on in the game to help get the Cats into double-digit point there, and they didn't look back. The first ball is handed off and given to number 20. That's Lawler.
Sims and Goff there on the stop. You like that? That's our old buddy Lance Sims there on the stop. He's fired up coming off the field.
It's going to be a loss of, it looks like, a yard. It's going to bring up 2nd and 11 now as that clock is going to continue to tick. This is going to be a quick half here.
Yeah.
24 minutes just around it.
Big old Frank Gill, 79, comes into the game for the Cats at nose guard. And got some pressure. Halfback screen to Lawyer. Seth Wilson is in pursuit. Holds on to him, but able to get away. Lawyer has. And nice pop there by Coulter Fisher.
Yeah, that's a good job by Lawler. Able to just get away from Wilson, who had a hold of him for just a second, but ain't able to bring him in there. It's going to give the Cats the Hornets a fresh set of downs there. Ball's going to be brought all the way up to the 39-yard line.
10-18 left to go here in the third. 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Lawyers to the left to catch him. Hands off. I'm sorry, it's number 21. Number 20, Clayton Green on the stop for your Cats.
It's going to be Evan Gordon, sophomore. Hadn't had I believe that might be his first carry. Maybe he had one other one.
I think maybe
on the
one
night.
more, yeah.
It's not a lot, but he's able to pick up 6 right there. Bring up 2nd and 4 as if we approach midfield.
And he's going to get the handoff again, and that's senior Jonah Wynn back there.
Yeah, he broke through quick right there. And Chuck said it right there, broke through untouched.
Yeah.
He certainly did. He's able to get to the back there as soon as he gets it in his hands. That's going to be a loss of 4. Be 3rd and 8.
2 receivers to either side for the Hornets. Ketchum's your quarterback. Lawyer is the halfback. I'm sorry, that's 21. Gordon's in the backfield. And he's got some pressure from Ra and Jonah Wynn. Got a flag coming in. First down here for the Hornets and Reddert, yeah.
Looks like that one may come back. Flag was thrown early, and that is a hold call going to be against Hackett. It's going to negate the play there and back them up 10 from the spot. So big play is erased for Hackett, and a break for the Cats as they'll now have Hackett well behind the original line of scrimmage there. It's going to be 3rd and long. Ball's going to be placed about the 31, 32-yard line.
And I kind of feel like, guys, that's kind of been the story for Hackett. Is they get a good play and then they shoot themselves in the foot. That's their 10th penalty of the game. I did not mention that. They had 9 penalties at halftime for 73 yards. Your Cats had 7 for 60 yards.
Yeah, it was a flag fest early on, and again starting out with them here as Ketchum throws the ball out of bounds, intended for number 17. That's going to be Landon Slavens, brother Slavens.
I was almost caught by number 56, Andrew Tibbetts, over here on the sideline.
Yeah, I think he may have had a chance at it if he'd seen it coming. So that's going to be a it's going to bring out the punt team here. It's going to be 4th and long. Looks like about 4th and 18. As Hackett will just jog out, and I'm expecting the Cats to give 0 pressure here and just let them punt it away. We got nobody back deep to receive the kick. And that's what we have here.
Low kick there, but it takes a Hackett row.
Yeah, and it's going to roll to about the 41, 42-yard line where the Cats will get their first possession of the second half. First offense possession of the second half. And you've got the second team running onto the field as the clock is already ticked under the 8-minute mark, 7:58 to go. Get your backups here, a few looks as be led by sophomore quarterback Rhett Niedert. Had the big play on the defensive side of the ball. Now he steps in looking to push this offense forward.
Rhett had a pretty good showing last week against Harding. Had around 40 yards. And senior Garrick Barr. Garrick had a pretty good game last week, too.
Garrick's the definition of tough, man.
Yeah.
Toughness. He runs hard on every single play. Shaking up a little bit last week on one play where he was brought down the ground, and he appears to be okay and ready to roll with that little 5-yard pickup to bring up 2nd and 5 at midfield.
Lofton goes in motion for the Cats as he goes in. Spin move there by Garrick Barr. It's going to be a first down. And hopefully his senior can get him another touchdown. If he does, that'd be his 2nd touchdown of his career.
Good. I hope he gets it. He's well on his way here. Another good little pickup. Good little move there, spin off. He's a little guy. He's listed 5'4", 140, and
yeah.
As Chuck just said here, I was getting ready to try to figure out what it was, and he read my mind. 5'4", 140. He's a little guy, but he runs hard.
Well, we got Chains. Hey, give a shout out to the Roger Chain gang over there. While they do that, we're going to have a guy come onto the field. That's number 15, Parker Smith, and number 20, Clayton Green is coming out for your Cats. Sorry, go ahead, Jake.
No, I was going to say Parker Smith, he's a move-in. He came in here from California about a year ago. Moved into the area. His family, his dad got a job down here. He's on the baseball team, hard-working kid, good student.
And it's going to be handoff to Garrick Barr. And about 2-3 yards there on the carry. You got Fisher in there at right halfback. We'll give a shout out to these guys on the offensive side of the ball here. Your center is going to be sophomore number 62, Connor Mayo. Number 54 for your Cats. Your left guard, that's Caleb Richardson. Number 70, that's going to be another sophomore, Colton Taylor. Your right guard is going to be number 73 for your Cats. Right, is that 73? Yeah, Cody Smith. He is your right guard. And then you got Ferris Daines at your left tackle. Coulter Fisher there on the carry there. He's going to have the first down.
Coulter, he's got several snaps, a lot of plays on the defensive side of the ball, but not a lot on the offensive side. So this will be a experience for him, able to get a few little reps over here on the opposite side of the ball for him, and that was a hard-nosed run right there, able to pick up the first down. Be a new set, 1st and 10.
Needed your quarterback. Garrick Barr's your fullback. Gets the handoff there, and I don't know how you don't call a face mask on that.
Wasn't a lot of room to go right there, was there? A gain of maybe 2 yards.
Clock is down to the 5:05 mark here in the third.
It's easy to eat at it when it runs continuously, and second string's done a good job up to this point. Just kind of constantly moving forward a little bit. Good little pitch play there.
Nice pitch. Lofton there on the catch. It's going to be, 2 yards short there, the first down?
Yeah, that's a good little, maybe a 6-7 yard pickup right there. Is going to, good job by Lofton, able to just bring that in. Pitch was dangerous.
Yeah,
pitch in last second out of the hands of Needert into his, and able to pick up a good chunk right there to give the Cats a good opportunity here, 3rd and short.
Fisher goes in motion for you, Cats. Hand off to Garrick Barr. Garrick bounces off a tackle, and he's going to, depends on where they spot it, be close to that first down.
He's going to be right on it, and it looks like they're going to give it to him. Gain of 3 is going to be good enough for first down. Ball will be placed at 26-yard line. 26-yard line. Cats will get them a new set, 1st and 10. This clock continues to roll.
Needert's going to come up under center. Fisher's your right halfback. Lofton's your left halfback. Needert on the keeper. Pitcher over here to Coulter Fisher.
Great.
Wow, that's a nice pitch.
It was. That was a good job by Needert, able to get that out and put it right on the money. Going with his left hand, too. Opposite side, opposite hand pitch there, able to. Good read right there. Gain of about 6 for Fisher. Is going to bring up 2nd and 4. 3:30 to go in the quarter.
Lofton goes in motion. It's going to hand off the Barr up the middle, and maybe a yard there on the carry.
Yeah, just not a lot of room to work. Looks like they're going to spot him right at it, no gain. Maybe 3rd and 4 coming up. Quarterback Niedert looks at the sideline to gather his play. Third and 3, and ball is kept in the hands of Niedert, and he elects to keep it for himself, and he's able to pick up the first down. Good little pickup right there of about 6-7 yards. Going to be plenty. New set of downs, 1st and 10. Great little run right there by quarterback Niedert.
I like Niedert. Niedert's got a bright future ahead of him.
Oh, he does, man, and you like him even more when you get to know him. He's he's a fun kid to be around, hardworking, competitive. He's the type of kid that you want in your program, and we're very fortunate to have Mr. Rhett here. Oh, we're going to have a illegal shift right there. Can't have 2 going. False start, whatever you want to call it. I think personally you ought to be able to shift 2 of them. I think it'd bring arena football into it. I don't know if that's an arena football league rule or not, but it feels like something that would be a rule. CFL. Okay. Hey, Isaac, he knows his oddball football programs better than the rest of us. Canadian Football League. There. That's going to be a loss of 5, though, here in Booneville, America. It'll be 1st and 15.
Fisher goes in motion. It's going to be Niedert only keeper. And
just kind of in between right there. Not really everybody get in the backfield like that. There's really nothing you can do. You pitch it, you're putting the ball in danger there, so able to just hold on to that thing and take what you get. That's going to be another loss of about a yard, maybe 2. 2nd long, and this Cat offense on this promising drive is starting to go the wrong direction.
Yeah. We'll see what the Cats can get going here. Bar's had a couple good runs so far. Niedert's done pretty good navigating the offense here. Fisher gets the pitch over here, and he just kind of slips.
But again, just
backwards.
Not a lot he was going to get.
No.
You know, able to he slips, and that's going to be a loss of another 4, I believe. Going to bring up 3rd and quite a bit. 3rd and 16. That's more than 16.
20.
Well, 3rd and a lot.
Yeah. Got 45 seconds left to go here in the 3rd quarter. Niedert comes up under center. Lofton goes in motion here. And it's going to be pitched to Lofton on the right-hand side.
Oh.
Wow. Nice grab, nice run. And Lofton still on his feet. Down to the 15, down to the 12, 11-yard line there.
That's a good hard-nosed run by Lofton. I like to see him bounce that thing out to the outside, though, just to see what happens. He had a lot of real estate out there to work, but either way, he picked up 11 yards right there and made this a respectable 4th and 9.
That'll probably be the final play of the 3rd quarter.
Cats will have an opportunity to talk about it after they take the entire quarter away. Running clock, that'll do that to you.
Yeah. So at the end of 3, it's 39-0. Before we head off real quick, got a couple sponsors, Tier 2 sponsors we want to thank for sponsoring the live stream. That's O'Reilly Auto Parts. Stop by for your auto part needs. Let Philip and the guys take care of whatever you got. Pop and Pup Metalworks for all your metalwork needs. Give old JD and Jason a call. Crowley City Service. They do tires, brakes, oil change, and shocks. Head on down there and they can take care of you. Also want to thank our Tier 1 sponsors. That's Tyler Ford, pregame and postgame show. They've been around about 30 years. Let Liza and the guys down there take care of you, whether it's a new car, used car, or getting your car worked on. Head on down there to Tyler Ford. Let them take care of you. Shelter Insurance, Agents Gerald Baker, Austin Baker, and Miss Lori Duke. Rockline Industries, people who make it right. Airmaster Inc. for all your air conditioning needs. And you said, Isaac, they do painting, right, too? Just kidding. Don's Easy Pay. They got locations in Waldron, DeQueen, Mena, Booneville, Idabel, Podo, and Broken Bow. Head on down here and let Mandy, Josh, and the gang take care of you. And Midtown Charm. Looks like Juan is going to be doing a 29-yard field goal attempt here.
Might as well try it right here, man.
Might
this
as
is
well.
a good time to work on stuff. Don't have a lot of field goal attempts on the season. Give one an opportunity to add the first of the year. Kick is up.
Kick is up.
I believe it's going to be left.
No good, but I think we had a whistle. No? Okay.
Not sure.
I'm not sure.
Well, that was a good drive, spoiled by a couple of blown-up plays
Yeah.
and move it backwards. And Cats are going to turn it over on downs. Was impressed, though, for a good chunk of that,
Yeah.
especially with the offensive line.
Oh, yes.
You had Connor Mayo playing center right there,
Mayo
number
did a pretty good job.
62. 3 pancakes
Yeah.
right out there that,
Yeah.
that I saw. And he's looking to maybe become the best center to wear number 62
Yeah.
out there.
He might be.
I don't know if there was another one, but it's a good one. No, that's a pick at a guy listening. But
You think he caught it?
yep, he's smart.
That's a stop there by number 24, Garrick Barr. Got number 55 coming into the game. That's going to be Kyle Myers. Damari Poole's coming out. Jonah Wynn's coming out. 53 is coming to the game. That's going to be Shaw. 68 and Fox is in at nose guard. And it's going to be a handoff to Gordon. And he's wrapped up by number 7. That's Halpayne. And number
Halpayne.
20, Green. Clayton Green. Fox is coming out. Number 73, Cody Smith's coming in. Miss Mandy, Craig Mom wants to give a shout out to T-Pain. She said, T-Pain in the house, love that boy like her own. A couple guys out there on defense. That's my guy, number 27, Reagan Harger in there, trying to get a stop, almost gets the guy. T-Pain there on the stop for the Cats.
Looks like he's going to only gain 2, but that's all he needed. It's going to be a 1st and 10 for Hackett. Got just enough, but a good job by the Bearcat defense in pursuit there to hold him to minimum gain. Almost, as you pointed out, broken down in the backfield by Harger, just unable to get to him.
Looks like number 26, Daxton Bowman's coming to the game for the Cats. Big run here by Lawyer. Got T-Pain there in pursuit, and Loaiza and Parker Smith is able to drive him out of bounds at the 44-yard line of the Cats.
Good little run right there by Lawler.
Yeah.
Still getting his carries late into the game here. Going to be a new set of downs, 1st and 10 as the ball crosses into Bearcat territory. Ball will be placed at the 42-yard line. Hornets will have them a fresh set of downs.
William Green, number 6, he's in there at one of the safety spots. Loaiza's your safety up top. Good job there. I think that's Cody Smith, 73, with the initial contact there.
Yeah, he meets him behind the line of scrimmage. Lawler able to punch his way forward just enough to get 2, maybe 3 yards. Well, they're going to place it all the way up to about a 4-yard gain right there. But either way, good job by Smith, able to get in there and put a good little pop on him and hold him where he's at.
Shelton's going to be the corner on the far side over there, number 9 for you Cats. Big Frank's back into the game, number 79. He's back there in the backfield in pursuit of Gordon. And you're going to have Garrick Barr on the stop for you Cats. Boy, Garrick's just all over the place tonight.
Yeah, he is, making his name known on both sides of the ball.
Yeah.
That was Gordon. Sophomore Gordon had a few carries in the second half, able to break one free right there, find a hole and make a man miss. Now he's going to give himself a fresh set of downs at 1st and 10. The Hornets are marching.
Kyle Myers coming out of the game, number 55. High pass, and just out of the hands of number 5. That's Slavens. I think Ferris Daines was back there applying pressure, and number 26, Daxton Bowman.
Hornets have had a hard time tonight bringing it in, man.
Yeah.
They've dropped multiple passes. That one right there with Slavens was wide open and just unable to see it into his hands. It's a fortunate break there for the Cats, 2nd and 10.
Number 68, be Casey Miller coming to the game for the Cats.
Great hit. Great job
Good
right
job
there.
there.
Great job.
It's number 7, that's Halpayne on the stop.
Yeah, and I believe you also had 52.
I was going to
Was
say,
that Ferris?
Yeah, it's Ferris Daines.
Ferris Daines also
A senior
making
for the
his
Cats.
presence known. It's going to be a gain of 2 yards. 3rd and 8 now.
7:20 left to go here in the ball game. Catch him looking, got some pressure, high pass, and it is
He's able
caught.
to bring that one in.
That's going to be number 5 on the reception. That's Slavens, I believe. That was Parker Smith in pursuit, or in the coverage, getting his hands up there, but Mr. Slavens able to reel it in.
That's the kind of stuff that irks the coaching staff a little bit when you bring off your starting group and deep into the fourth quarter, and then you've still got your starters in on the other side just letting it fly. And I'm looking into these coaches down here on the sideline.
They just want that shutout.
Yeah, they look none too pleased, but we will march on and move on. That'll be a 6-point catch there for Slavens. With Slavens now on to attempt the extra point. It is up, and it is good through the uprights. And we will take a break. Is that all right with you?
That's fine with me.
Take a break. I heard Chuck say it over here on the radio, and then it just come out of my mouth. I don't know.
That's fine. We'll take a little break and be right back. You're watching Bearcat football. And we're back here at Bearcat Stadium, Shield Field. Don Elmore press box right off DJ George Drive. I want to give a shout out to Miss Ziamara Griffs. Not sure if Ziamara's watching. Very awesome lady I used to work with out at Rockline. She's since retired. Give a shout out to her. Garrick Barr gets the ball, heads towards the Bearcat sidelines, thrown down at the 24-yard line by number 78.
78, that's going to be, we don't have a 78.
I don't have a 78.
Jackson Short, 63 on our roster. Jackson Short, so that's going to be Booneville taking over. 1st and 10 now. Clock is going to tick and tick. It's down to the 6:40 mark. Cats will take over 1st and 10, looking to hopefully punch one in to gain back those 7 lost right there on the long touchdown reception by Eli Slavens out of the hands of quarterback Ketchum.
Niedert's still going to be your quarterback here. Garrick Barr's your fullback. Coulter Fisher's your right halfback. And we are missing our left halfback. Connor Lentz is going to come into the game.
Fisher is the other halfback. And we have people late coming on for Hackett as well.
And Clayton Green comes out of the game for the Cats. Handoff. This is second touch for Lentz right here. Lowers his shoulder, dives forward, gets down to about the 34-yard line. Got number 9 coming to the game for you, Booneville Bearcats. That's going to be Chase Shelton. He's going to be in at halfback as Coulter Fisher comes out. Lentz is going to come out. Fisher's going to slide over to the left halfback.
Good little pickup right there by Lentz. It cut into his 52-yard average. But
Coulter Fisher gets the handoff back over here on the right-hand side. Coulter
keep bouncing.
Able to get down to about the 45-yard line. Got a whole slew of Hornets in there on the stop.
I think it's called a nest of Hornets.
Nest of Hornets. Yeah, thank you.
That's going to be enough for a first down, everybody. It's going to be a new set of downs for Booneville as the clock will continue to tick. We are approaching the 5-minute mark. The ball will be placed at midfield at the 45-yard line. Cats offense is marching.
Niedert on the keeper here, gets up to about the 50.
Thought he was about to bust a deep one there. Still a good little pickup of 5. Right at midfield now. The ball will be placed at the 50. Purple Rain is playing.
Oh, you got to like it when Purple Rain's playing. Halpane's coming out. Daxon Bowman's coming in. Hey, I got a shout-out I want to do. Give a shout-out to Marcus Jones and his little man, Grady. Hope you're enjoying the game, Grady, watching it with Dad. Give a shout-out to both of them. Going to be a handout to Coulter Fisher. Coulter able to make something out of nothing there. Gets almost the first down. We'll see where they mark it.
Looks like they're going to mark him right at the line to gain. We'll see where they spot it. Looks like a yard short. So bring up 3rd and 1. My phone died right as I was
Oh.
seeing a shout out from Austin Baker. I believe it said Grant Rodats,
Well, we'll give a shout out to
All
Grant.
State Guard or something like that. I looked down and I read it, and then I looked up to see the play and looked down. My phone was dead. I think that's what it said. If not, I apologize, and I'll text you back here in about an hour when I finally get the phone on a battery. But it's going to be enough for a first down. Wasn't a big game, but it was plenty for the first down. It's going to bring up 1st and 10 with that new set of downs. 3:40 to go as that clock ticks away here at Bearcat Stadium.
Shaw, he's in at tight end for your Bearcats right now. Jeremy Shaw is. He's 5'10", 205 sophomore. Hand off to Shelton right up the middle.
Go, Shelton, go, baby.
20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Bearcats. 45 yards. Chase Shelton. First touchdown of the year for the sophomore.
It's one he'll remember, man. That's a 50-yard touchdown run. Finds a hole right up the middle, and he takes it to the house. 50-yard touchdown for Chase Shelton. That will jog on the PA team here. Oliver Loaiza on to do the kick. It's going to extend the lead as it sits to 45-7. Extra point pending. Kick is up and good. Just good. Low kick sneaks through the uprights. Add another point. That's an extra 7 for Booneville. 3:19 to go in the game.
We'll take a little break and be right back. You're watching Bearcat football. And we're back here at Bearcat Stadium. Chuck just told me Little Rock Hall is up over CAC 20-16. Hall, I think this is their second year back in 11-man. They've been down in 8-man. Hey, I want to give a shout out to Dummy Shepard. I haven't done it all game. Dummy, I'm hoping you're watching still. He's watching from the big metropolis of Sugar Grove, Arkansas. Here's Loaiza's kick. Going to be fielded at the 15-yard line. I believe that's Slavens with the ball. Got a flag coming in. That's going to be, who was that on the stop there? Number 6 on the stop. William Green on the stop for the Cats.
Well, Hornets are get one last chance here. I would think it would be the last chance with 3:08 to go in the game with this clock ticking. We do have a penalty charged against Hackett. Blocked below the waist on the returning team, Hackett there. So that's going to back that thing up a little bit more. Ball's going to be placed at the 25-yard line where Hackett will take over here. Fresh set, looking to tack on one more. And it looks like they've still got the starting group out on the field.
Is that Gordon?
Put it in the hands of Gordon right up the middle.
That was Halpane there on the stop for your Cats. Garrick Barr as well. Daines is coming off the field kind of gingerly there.
Be a gain of about 7 yards. Going to bring up 2nd and 3 now. Now, you know what? Gain of 6.
Gain of
2nd
6.
and 4. We're going to only give them 6. 2nd and 4.
Got a handoff here. That's going to be number 20. That's Lawyer. Let's see. Who was that on the bottom of the stop? Garrick Barr. Well, I'd be interested to see how many stops Garrick's had once Glenn sends us our stats. Hey, y'all make sure to stick around for our Tyler Ford post-game show. And we'll give you some stats, recap the game, and talk about our next week opponent. And that's my man Reagan Harger, 27, in there on the stop. And number 7 as well, Trotten Halpane. Colton Taylor coming to the game, number 70. Number 26, Daxton Bowman coming back in for you Cats.
Well, that's going to bring up, bring up 2nd down and 8. So the clock is closing in on the final minute of the game. Hackett on the move here, looking to tack on one more touchdown here. They're going to go to the air.
Catch him throwing it high, and Hester catches it. And Parker Smith tried to catch him, but he did not. And Ketchum throws a, what was that, 58-yard, 56-yard pass.
The coaching staff down here is
something, ain't they?
Aggravated, and I certainly don't blame them. This
No.
is where it comes down to the sportsmanship rule, and I'm not going to touch on it for too awful long, but
go right ahead.
It's just something that's kind of in the unwritten rules that you don't do is when you're this late in the game and a game that can't be caught, stat padding a little bit, but
yeah,
that's all I will say about that, and we will continue to be positive here.
That's right.
It's going to be a long touchdown catch out of the hands of Ketchum, who's going to have his yardage way up after that pass.
Yeah, take away a good, let's see, 56.
Kick is up, and it is good.
Yeah, you can take a good probably 120, 130 yards off his stats.
Well, just a
Is he?
It's a frustrating deal there,
Yeah.
man. When those unwritten rules, that's a baseball term.
Yeah.
You see a lot of the crazy ones in baseball, and I think we're feeling the effects of it right now. May be something that Cats remember down the road in, say, a year.
Oh, yeah, I say so. They're definitely not happy.
So this clock now, when it ticks, that'll be it. There's about 1:03 left to go in the game.
Hey, I do want to give a quick shout-out. Got a special guest up here watching us today. Where'd he go?
Oh, he's hiding. He's hiding around the corner over here.
Well,
it's Dylan Harden.
It is. I tried to get him up here and say something, but got Dylan up here watching us. And he's going to go to school next year, what he said.
Yeah,
try to go for broadcasting.
Yeah, he wants to go for broadcasting. He came to see the professionals at work,
That's
and I
right.
told him they weren't here today, so
They took
we'll
the day
be
off.
we'll be up here instead. We appreciate having him up here watching us, and wish him luck. Anything we can do to help you out, brother, we'll do it.
Shelton there on the reception, and see if he can take this one a little bit.
Boy, it would have been nice.
Oh, it would have, yeah.
Well, the second team's going to jog on the field here where they'll need this thing out, and we'll call it a day. The Cats are going to go home with a 46-14 victory over the Hornets of Hackett, Arkansas. See, one knee here, and that'll bring us to the end.
Got number 56, Tibbetts, coming into
He's
the game.
on and off. Now he's back on. Ready to jog on the field and be a part of this victory formation here. Cats take the snap.
And
they
we're
elect
head
to
off
run
to
a
Shelton.
play, hoping to break one a little bit. Unable to get it.
And that's going to do it.
That'll do it. That's going to bring you to the end of the game. Clock ticks 0. Your final score is going to be Booneville 46, Hackett 14. Booneville move to 1-0 in conference play. Hackett down to 0-1.
Yeah, overall record will go to 2-2 on the year. Hackett will fall to 2-2 as well. Starting conference play. Cats will get 13 tiebreaker points with the
We did a great job secondary. Defensive line put pressure on them. Our offense did good. Neither with that scoop and score. That was a big momentum swing. Overall, great.
Cats will be on the road. Down the road. Next week,
try to
We lost our guy in charge here.
We did.
Isaac's leaving. He's making us all nervous.
all right,
I'm
so
going to start unplugging, cutting wires with a pair of scissors up here because I'm panicking. Throw it out the window.
yeah. All right, I'm trying to give you folks some scores real quick if I can find some. I looked on the scoreboard, didn't have any new ones. Mansfield won 38-8 over West Fork. So Mansfield moves to 1-0, still stays undefeated on the year. Hoxie beat Rison 49-12. Perryville beat Yellville Summit 20-0. Charleston beat Greenland 51-9. They get their first win on the year. And that's some of around the area scores. I will refresh my email real quick. See if Glenn has sent them to me. Our players of the game.
Better understanding of where I'm at that
Jake's
point.
trying to get him to get some stats. But
Well, if I don't see you next week.
we're going to decide our Airmaster Inc. players of the game
Always a good job, Ethan.
real quick. And
Hey, y'all take care.
I think I'm going to go with Mr. Chase Shelton for your Booneville Bearcats, your offensive player of the game. And on defense, we'll do Garrick Barr. Garrick had a handful of stops here. Do two of the second string guys as your players of the game. Always enjoy when the second string guys come in and try to get you some stats real quick. But we got Hackett coming to town next week. Or not coming. We're going to. Wow. Well, folks, once I get figured out what I'm trying to say here, I'll let you know as soon as I know. We're going to West Fork next week, take on the Tigers of West Fork. They fall tonight to Mansfield 38-8. Charleston won 51-9 over Greenland. I have not seen a Lavaca score. They was playing Cedarville. I hadn't seen one at all. Let's see. West Fork on the year. I don't know if they've won any games so far. I'll take that back. They're going to fall to 1-3 on the year. West Fork is. Let's see who they beat. Green Forest 20-8 on the year. They've lost to Berryville and Paris, and they just lost to Mansfield this week. Refresh the email real quick. Nada.
I've been yelling at him. I can't get him to acknowledge me.
He
My
may
phone's
need
dead, so I can't call him.
He may need a hearing aid.
Is he still down there? Well.
Find this number real quick. But Jake, while you was hollering at Glenn, I was telling him our Airmasters players of the game, I'm going to go with Mr. Chase Shelton for the offense and defense, Garrick Barr. Choose two second-team guys to get it. We can always choose a first-string guy just about every game, but I was impressed with those guys' performance out there on the field.
Well, Chase certainly come in and had him a big run down there, 52 or 50-yarder. Barr doing a little action on both sides of the ball tonight.
Yeah.
Had a few good stops. Offensively, had several good runs right there in that first possession there for the Cats. And good game all around for the Bearcat offense. And out of that starting group, we don't have the official stats, but Goff was well over 100 yards. I'm going to say Rylan Ray closed in on 100 there at the end. At halftime, he had 82.
Yeah.
And it's a great showing there by the Cats. Able to take care handily of a Hackett Hornet offense that gave them issues last year in that shootout over at their place, 70-something to 40-something, whatever it was. And so it was I was expecting a little closer game tonight, but I'll certainly take the ones that we get when they're like that. Bearcat defense did a good job of handling them, and offense did a great job of moving it and having the big play when it was needed. So excellent job, excellent showing tonight by the Bearcat players and the Bearcat coaching staff, throwing together a good game plan to get them the big win tonight.
We'll give you folks, announce our sponsors one more time for the app and the website and the live stream. Well, we got the man up here himself,
Oh, hey there, Glenn.
All right, Glenn, what do you got?
We have 453 yards of offense.
453 yards of total offense.
422 there on the ground.
We had 422 on the ground or air and 31 on the ground or air. We're going to play a trivia game.
Well, they ended up with 164 passing, but gee, I wonder where it came from.
Well, we already had that talk.
yards through the air, and like I said, you can take off 100 of that, if not more.
Let's just see what he had at halftime.
Unwritten rules.
61 at half.
Yeah, he had 61 yards at halftime.
103 in the second half.
So 103 yards, starting quarterback in the second half against your second team. Like Jake said, we kind of covered that. One of those unspoken.
Yeah, one of those agreements you get to at the end, but move on. Not worth it.
Oh, wow. Had 5 different people scored.
No, 6.
6.
Had big scores. Had Goff, Ray, Washburn, Niedert, Shelton, and Lentz.
Lentz, yeah.
Yeah, so good showing all around by the Bearcats.
It was.
Spreading the wealth on the offensive side. At the half, I know Ray had 82 yards on 12 rushes.
And that's what
didn't get another one in the game, so he'll finish at 82.
Lentz,
he brought his 52-yard average down a little bit on that last carry. He did have a 31-yard average, 2 carries for 62 yards, and then Goff doesn't get one after halftime either. Finishes with 7 carries for 100 yards and 2 touchdowns. So overall, good showing tonight. 605 on the year. We discussed that earlier. He was over that 500 mark.
Yep.
We'll tack on another 100 tonight as Dax Goff is able to add 2 touchdowns to that total and inch closer to getting that record that he discussed wanting.
38-75 right now. He needs 4,000. Hang on, I've got it right here.
Here we go with math again.
I wrote it down. So Randon set the career rushing record for 4,342 yards. So Dax is, let's see, 43. Dax is at what did he say?
I don't know.
So y'all back it up and subtract it. And
He's going to have a chance is what we're getting at. He's got an outside chance of breaking that record. But you got to take it one game at a time, and any good athlete will tell you that the more important stat's getting that win in the column, and we'll take a good opportunity next week as the Cats will travel down to West Fork. Travel to West Fork for another 3A matchup here to see the Cats look to improve to 2-0 in conference and get back on the winning side in the overall record, inching closer to that 3-2.
Yep, Dax needs 467 yards to tie Randon's record. I guess that'll do it for us tonight.
Yeah, man, I'm looking forward to next week already. It's a good showing by the Cats in a game that some thought would be like that, some thought would be close, and Cats end up silencing it with a 46-14 victory.
Yep. Hey, we'll thank our sponsors real quick for the app and website. First Western Bank, 5B Properties, B Plus Rentals, Community National Bank, Shelter Insurance Agents Gerald Baker, S&W Home Center, City of Booneville, Good Hometown, Mayor Edgar Baker, Patriot Underground, Taylor Niedert, First Booneville, home of First Booneville students, First Booneville kids, Stacy Holbert Photo Art. Sponsors for the live stream, Tyler Ford, Shelter Insurance, Rockline Industries, Air Master Inc., Don's Easy Pay, Midtown Charm, O'Reilly's Auto Parts, Pop and Putt Metalworks, Crowley City Service, Wiggins Ace Hardware Doors, Davis Tax Office, and Susan's Flowers and Gifts. For Isaac Brown and Jake Fennell, I'm Zach Austin. Lord willing, we'll see you next week. And remember, as always, it's a great day to be a Bearcat.